Hello.
Commissioner?
Morning, Charlie.
Good morning, sir. Look, I'm sorry to bother you this early,
But I thought you should know.
What?
Last night, sir, Mildred was attacked.
What? Is she all right?
Yes, sir. She's just a little frightened, that's all. The guy got in through the fire escape.
You think it was an attempt to intimidate the jury?
Well, Mildred thinks it was an attempt to rape. But, frankly, sir, I think that's debatable. In any case, Judge Freeman has ordered the entire jury to be moved to the new Stanhope Hotel for the remainder of the trial.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, I think so, sir. All the windows in that place are sealed. It can be guarded like a vault.
Hey, here they come. Hey, Luke, how do you feel? Confident. Will you appeal it if it goes against you?
It's not going to.
When are you going to join the team, Luke?
As soon as I can.
What about your wife?
What about it?
Well, are you contemplating a divorce?
No comment. I will be glad to meet with you when the trial is over.
That's the scene this morning at the county courthouse as Luke Johnson, star running back of the San Francisco Miners, enters Judge Freeman's courtroom for the last day of his trial for the murder of Mo Draper. His attorney, Leon Silver, when questioned by reporters, continued to display public confidence that his client would be acquitted. On the local scene, a citizens group is gearing up for the fight against the resumption of offshore drilling. Spokesperson Vilma Rosinski vows
Mac?
their case.
What?
I'm out of milk.
Well, I'm out of socks.
Jumped
No, you're not. They're in the lower left-hand drawer right next to my nightgowns.
And now for the news and sports, here's Janet.
This coming Sunday's game between the Miners and the Bears looks like a mismatch if there ever was one. The Miners are having their troubles, and the Bears have fielded one of their strongest teams in a decade. If you're a Miners fan, better wait till next year. In NBA action last night, the Lakers edged the Warriors 110 to 107. Portland walloped the Bucks 120.
Charlie, nothing in this house has been right since Mildred left.
Oh, she'll be back in a few days.
A few days? She's been gone 3 weeks.
Well, how would it have looked for the police commissioner's housekeeper not to serve on jury duty?
And how do you think it looks when a police commissioner's shirt is missing a button? Look at this. Mildred sewed 2 buttons on this cuff and none on this.
Well, she was kind of nervous before she left. She's never been on jury duty before.
But while we're on the subject, what were my black socks doing with your nightgown?
Oh, I put them there so I could find them. You know how my feet get cold when I'm pregnant?
You're the only woman I've ever known who wears black socks to bed.
I wish you'd stop comparing me to your other girlfriends. Especially when the toaster's busted again.
Pull the plug.
Oh, my eggs, Mac. Just when I wanted you to have a good breakfast.
Hey, that's okay. I'm not hungry yet.
Oh, you are too.
All right, I'm hungry, but I'm just trying to be nice. I'll settle for a nice hot cup of
No milk.
black coffee. Sally!
Don't yell. I'm a pregnant person.
What's a pregnant person got to do with forgetting to plug in the coffee?
We switch now to a live report from the county.
Mildred!
Where?
Here.
Standing by. Larry?
Thanks, Tom. There is an unmistakable air of tension this morning as the jury members in the Luke Johnson murder trial file into Judge Freeman's courtroom for the 23rd day to hear final arguments before starting their deliberations.
She doesn't look as if she's been raped.
What?
Now for the weather, here's
Well, somebody broke into her room last night.
You're kidding. Is she all right?
Oh, yeah. She was able to scare him off. Uh-oh, 15 minutes late.
Windy temperatures in the high 60s to low 70s with a low pressure system promising definite possibility of rain in the Bay Area. And that's it. Have a good day. I'll see you tonight on the 6 o'clock news.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have sat very patiently day after day listening to Mr. Silver trying to becloud the basic issue of this case. Now, he's continually raised the specter of reasonable doubt, stating that the case against his client is purely one of circumstantial evidence. All right, let's take a look at some simple, provable facts. A score of witnesses 10 minutes before Mo Draper was brutally beaten and shot heard Luke Johnson threaten Mr. Draper's life. Now, that's a fact. A few minutes after that, Mo Draper left the party they were attending and was followed outside by Luke Johnson, and that's a fact. Just 5 minutes after that, Mo Draper was found shot to death in the parking lot of the restaurant where the party was being held. That's a fact.
Juror number 9. Second row. Dark hair, glasses. He's going to give us trouble, I think.
That, Luke Johnson was arrested at his home, where he was assaulting his wife in a dispute over her alleged affections for Mo Draper. You've heard testimony here that the bullets which killed Mo Draper came from a .22 caliber handgun. You also heard testimony establishing the fact that Luke Johnson owned a .22 caliber pistol. Those are facts, ladies and gentlemen. Plain and simple facts. But when Mr. Johnson was asked to produce the weapon, he could not do so. To this day, it has not been found. Now, Mr. Silver here would ask us to believe that somebody stole Luke Johnson's gun and murdered Mo Draper. But I suggest to you that Luke Johnson murdered Mo Draper and then disposed of the gun himself. Now, we have established beyond doubt motive, means, and method. Now, you, ladies and gentlemen, have a responsibility to yourselves, to your neighbors, to your community. Find Luke Johnson guilty of murder in the 2nd degree. Thank you.
Pompous ass. Now, Your Honor, if it please the court, it's very nearly lunchtime, and I, for one, would like to digest the district attorney's remarks before starting on my own.
Very well. Court is recessed until 2 o'clock.
McMillan. If you're an obscene phone caller, you're out of luck. Neither I nor what's his name is home right now. If you care to leave a message, however, wait for the little beep. It should be coming up momentarily.
Sally, this is your favorite obscene phone caller. When you hear the little beep, I shall commence my heavy breathing. Beep.
Calling the wife again, sir?
Don't you ever knock?
Sorry. But you did say you wanted to see the police report on the break into Mildred's room last night. Nothing was stolen, sir, so apparently it wasn't robbery.
Did you get a look at him?
No, sir. Now, the man started to smother her, and then he stopped suddenly, ran back out onto the fire escape.
Sounds like a setup to me. An attempt to scare the jury and cause a mistrial.
Mm-hmm. Well, their new quarters are break-in proof, sir. They're on the 7th floor, and there's no way in or out of any of the rooms without passing the guard stations.
Good.
Sir? Are you aware that you have on 2 different colored socks?
Well, with Mildred on the jury for the last 3 weeks, I can take solace in the fact that I can find any socks at all.
You know, sir, I solved that problem years ago.
Oh?
Well, I threw out my bureau and I replaced it with a filing cabinet.
I don't think a filing cabinet would go with Sally's bedroom decor.
Oh. Well, it may not be aesthetic, sir, but it's very efficient. You see, I file my socks under S, and my T-shirts under T, and my shorts under B, and my tie...
B?
Boxers, sir.
Oh.
Well, I find them infinitely preferable to the other type. It's all a matter of taste, sir.
Well, if you have to sit all day, you know. Hello?
Hi, Mac, listen, I just got home from shopping and I turned on the dishwasher and it's busted again. That repairman was terrible. Do you know he charged me $16 for that thing?
Mildred will fix it.
She can't fix it.
Oh, that's right. She's not there.
Mac, what am I gonna do? It's smoking all over the place. Every single dish in the house is in it, and I can't get the thing open. I think we're gonna have to go out to dinner again tonight.
Again? We've been out every night this week.
Well, we've gotta eat.
Well, I'll stop and pick up some fried chicken or something. And meanwhile, unplug the dishwasher.
Oh, that's a good idea. And then listen, I think after that I'll go upstairs and have a good cry.
Good idea. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
And at any point in your deliberations, should you need to refresh yourselves on any of the evidence or the testimony, simply let the bailiff know, and he will make the transcripts available to you. The bailiff will now escort you to the jury room.
Ladies and gentlemen, and others, so a Milton Berle I'm not. However, we gotta have a jury foreman, so I nominate myself.
I second the nomination, Mr. Pearl.
Thank you, Mildred. I'm honored. All those in favor? Aye. 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 All those opposed? So be it. So let's debate.
Mr. Pearl, I think before you begin, we might poll the members and see if there's anything to debate.
Yeah, she's right. That's a fine idea, Miss Jerome. And since I'm foreman, I may as well go on record as being for acquittal. I don't think that the district attorney proved his case. Mrs. Farmer?
Well, if you ask me, he's innocent of all charges.
Mr. Davis?
I gotta vote innocent, at least for now.
Mrs. Potts?
I just don't think that young man is a killer. That's all. Not guilty.
Mr. Franks?
I vote not guilty.
Mrs. Burke?
Not guilty.
Mr. Lopez?
Not guilty.
Mr. Simon?
A definite not guilty.
Miss Jerome?
Innocent.
Mrs. Delgado?
Not guilty.
I think we may be going home early. Mr. Ryan?
Guilty.
Guilty? Is he kidding? How can he say that?
Well, he just opens his mouth and moves his lips. Works every time.
Mr. Ryan, you can't convict if there's reasonable doubt.
At this point, Mr. Lopez, I have no reasonable doubt.
And you have no sense if you say that boy is guilty.
Man's got a right to his opinion. That's what we're here for.
A point well taken, Mr. Davis.
That's baloney. What does that guy know? A professional football player. Now, what would he go around killing people for?
Sure, especially when he can do it every Sunday legally.
Oh, listen to her, would you?
No, I would
Listen, wait a minute.
Mr. Ryan
Will you just a minute, please? Why don't we just all go back to the hotel, have a nice dinner, a good night's sleep, and tackle this thing fresh in the morning?
It's the smartest thing I've heard so far.
Do we have to?
Well, we've been here 3 weeks already. Is another day gonna kill us?
Me, it'll kill. But I guess you're right.
Well, at least we agree on something.
Hello. Okay, thanks. Mike?
Yeah?
Coming up. Hiya, folks. Michael, sign in. I'll take your dinner orders. The chef recommends steak or fish.
Well, for Mr. Ryan, I recommend heartburn. For myself, I'll have fish.
Okay.
One good flounder deserves another. I'll have the steak, salad with French dressing, iced tea, hold the mayo.
Bad day, huh?
Listen, we sat 6 hours in the jury box, another hour in the jury room, and I look forward to sitting in my room having my dinner. Without TV or radio or telephone, maybe I can break up the monotony by going to bed. Maybe I'll get attacked again.
Oh, no way, Mildred. Not in this place.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, Mr. Pearl.
How are you? I would like the fish, but it shouldn't be too dry, huh?
Okay.
And I would like a nice salad.
Salad, sure.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Hello, Miss Jerome.
Hi, Jerry.
How's the book?
Terrific.
Oh, hello, plastic room.
Okay. Thanks, fellas. Hey, Mike, why don't you stay on the desk? Let me play waiter. Okay.
Hi.
Oh, Mildred, you're a vision.
Thanks. I love you, too. Put it on the desk over there, okay?
Well, it's a hung jury. 7 of you went for the steak and 5 got fish.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen, what do you say after dinner we play a couple of hands of strip pinochle?
No, not tonight. Miss Jerome has a better offer. She wants me to play post office.
Oh, yeah? Well, if you get tired licking stamps, let me know.
Yeah, I will. Hello?
Yes, this is Virginia Ryan.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to talk to Tom Ryan, if I may. Is he awake?
No, I think they're all asleep by now.
It's rather important. His father's taken a turn for the worse, and his doctor's thinking of hospitalizing him.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know Tom must be exhausted from the trial.
No, that's all right. I'll wake him and tell him.
I'd appreciate it. And if he's allowed, I'd like to talk to him.
I'll tell him.
Thank you so much.
Good night, Mrs. Ryan. Mr. Ryan? Mr. Ryan, open up. Try the door. Locked. He's dead. He's been shot. Call it in, will you? Move, man, move it!
Mac? When Mildred gets back and before we have the baby, let's take the weekend off.
Where to?
I was thinking Las Vegas might be kind of fun.
You always lose the food money at blackjack.
I know, but you always win it back at the crack table.
I'd rather go to a nice deserted beach somewhere
How about Hawaii?
for the weekend.
Well, we could take the whole week. Amy Switzer was telling me about this place that she went to. She said it was just fabulous.
How much?
210
That's not bad.
a day.
That's bad.
Do you feel like getting that?
Not a lot.
I don't either, and you're closer.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Charlie, do you know what time it is?
10:45. I'm sorry to bust in like this, but there's been a murder. One of the jurors on the Luke Johnson case.
Oh, my Lord. How's Mildred?
Oh, she's fine. She's
Who
fine.
was it?
It was a man called Tom Ryan Jr., sir.
Oh, I know his father.
I know you do.
Well, that's why I came by, sir. Plus the incident involving Mildred last night.
I'll get my jacket.
I'll get it.
Don't forget your shoes, sir.
I don't know why you insisted on coming here with us.
Mildred must be petrified. She's gonna need me.
For what? To hang around the lobby?
Well, I won't get in the way upstairs, I promise.
You have to stay down here. It's still an impaneled jury.
Oh. Well, will you give Mildred my love?
I will.
Okay, I'll see you. I'll be in the lounge.
Okay.
Oh, Commissioner, I'm glad to see you. Listen, he was such a nice young man. He was under lock and key here. Now, last night I can
understand a word you're saying.
I said last night I can understand, but in this hotel it just couldn't happen.
Well, it did.
Well, you've got to solve it. Everybody's scared out of their wits. They feel if it can happen to one, it can happen to anybody.
All right, let me get in there and find out the details.
It's room 720. Oh, yeah.
Sam?
Evening, Commissioner.
What?
We got a 2-hour-old corpse, give or take. Rigor mortis is just setting in. I needed this like a hole in the head. I got 3 steps downtown I can't get to.
Well, I think they'll wait for you, Sam. What else?
He's shot twice in the back below the rib cage. Cause of death, loss of blood, massive dysfunction of his kidneys.
If he died 2 hours ago, how come the blood's still wet?
That's fluidity. As the blood settles to the lowest point in the body, it continues to seep out.
All right. I want a complete report on my desk in the morning.
Oh, Commissioner, give me a break.
I just did. I'm not asking for it tonight.
It is very curious, sir.
What?
Well, the way this place is set up, no one could have gone in or come out of this room without being seen by those 2 guards. And the door was locked from the inside.
What about the windows?
2 sealed panes of glass. There's not a window in this entire hotel that opens.
The room has been searched, hasn't it?
Yes, sir. It's been searched. The closets, the john. There's no sign of a weapon anywhere.
You did talk to the guards?
Yeah, I got the statements a couple of minutes ago.
I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask him.
Officer, can I see you for a moment?
Which one of you found the body?
Well, actually, sir, we both found him. I broke the door in, and Mike here phoned the police.
What were you doing in his room in the first place?
A phone call came in at 10:30, and when I took the message in, we found him. It was a call from Mr. Ryan's stepmother.
Could I hear the tape?
Yeah, sure, sir. The calls are automatically recorded when they come in, and then I transfer them into the book according to what time they came and who called.
Hello.
Yes, this is Virginia Ryan.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to talk to Tom Ryan, if I may. Is he awake?
No, I think they're all asleep by now.
Well, it's rather important. His father has taken a turn for the worse, and his doctor's thinking of hospitalizing him.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know Tom must be exhausted from the trial.
No, that's all right. I'll wake him and tell him.
I'd appreciate it. And if he's allowed, I'd like to talk to him.
I'll tell him.
Thank you so much.
Good night, Mrs. Ryan.
As you know, Commissioner, we record all calls coming in so as to avoid any possibility of pressure or threats to the jury members.
Well, it didn't work very well, did it?
No, I guess not, sir.
Is there any possibility of gaining access to the room without being spotted?
I don't see how, Commissioner. Jerry here was in Miss Jerome's room from about 7:45 to 8:15 or so, but I was on the desk the whole time.
Miss Jerome, who's...
Miss Jerome is a jury member who's also a freelance writer. She's writing a book about the trial, and she wanted to interview me.
I'll bet.
Commissioner, I feel terrible about this. It probably wouldn't have happened if I hadn't left my desk.
I doubt if it would have made any difference. You say you never left the desk?
No, sir. Mr. Mordani, the house detective, can vouch for that. He was up here shooting the breeze till past 9 o'clock.
Okay, well, I may want to talk to you boys again.
Anytime, Commissioner.
Commissioner, this is Mr. Pearl, our jury foreman.
Terrible thing, Commissioner. Indeed.
And this is Mr. Mordanti, the house dick.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Commissioner. I'm director of internal security here at the hotel. If there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, anything you want to know, please call me, okay? Nino Mordanti. Mordanti.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Mordanti. Mildred, will you be all right?
Commissioner, can't I come home tonight?
You're an impaneled jurist, Mildred.
Well, can't you get me unpaneled? I mean, somebody could get killed around here. Somebody did get killed around here.
A terrible thing.
I'm sorry, Mildred, but until the judge decides the disposition of the case, you'll all have to stay here under guard.
A lot of good that'll do.
You got nothing to worry about, Commissioner. Mildred is in the best of hands. Your concern, my concern. Mordanti protects. It's a very personal motto.
I appreciate that, Mr. Mordanti.
Think nothing of it.
No, he won't.
Mildred, try not to worry. I'll have guards posted in and outside of this hotel all night, even up on the roof. You'll all feel perfectly safe, I promise.
Thank you.
You know that if you were 14 inches taller, I could go for you?
Yeah, and if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his keister when he jumped off a log.
Yeah. Well, good night, Mildred. Mr. Pearl, Mr. Mordanti.
Commissioner.
I know. A terrible thing.
Terrible.
Commissioner. Commissioner, you were right. I've just been talking to some of the other jurors, and I think we have found a motive for murder.
What's that?
Well, according to them, the first vote that was taken in the jury room, Mr. Ryan was the only person who voted guilty.
Well, if that's a motive, then either the jury room was bugged by somebody on the outside, or one of the jurists killed Tom Ryan.
Well, I'll have that jury room checked for a bug tonight, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Ever been to Seattle?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you have to come up there as my guest. You've heard of our needle
What needle?
from the fair.
Oh, that needle. Yes.
So, we're all down here for this sales convention. But I gotta be honest, the other guys may be having a blast, but me, well, it's tough to have a good time when you're feeling as lonely as I feel. You don't know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
I knew you would. I sensed that from you right off. I feel as if I somehow know you. Do you share that feeling?
Definitely. It's as though, well, it's as though I know exactly what you're going to say, even before you say it.
I've never done this before. But would you like to see my suit?
Well, I can see your suit. It's very nice.
Oh, not this suit. My suit of rooms on the 6th floor.
That's sweet.
Thank you. You're sweet, too.
Excuse me, miss, but, is this gentleman your husband?
No, he's just an acquaintance.
Well, I'm operating on a very tight schedule. Now, are you going to spend the night with me in this hotel or not?
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes, I think I'd like that very much.
Well, let's go then. We haven't got all night.
You're pregnant.
You noticed.
Oh, Commissioner, I'm glad I caught up with you. Well, I came in your car, and my car's back in your place, so could you give me a lift?
We're just leaving.
Hey, Mac,
He knows your name.
I just want to tell you, you got a lot of nerve taking advantage of a lady in that condition.
Well, actually, I'm the lady's brother.
Oh, yeah, sure. And I'm Bernini Mussolino.
Well, good night, Sergeant. Good night, Mayor.
Good night. I'll see you in a little while. We're going to have a little snack. Come on, Charlie.
Okay.
Well, here, why don't you do the eggs? I'll do the onions.
I hope, Commissioner, that this isn't too much trouble for you.
Not at all.
Sir, do you think that this murder and the attack on Mildred last night are interrelated?
Oh, I don't think so. Could be.
Well, this is not going to be an easy case.
I know.
In fact, I've never seen anything quite like it, sir. According to all the available evidence, it didn't happen. There was no way.
I know.
All the doors locked from the inside. There was always a guard on duty. None of the rooms connect.
I know.
Do you think Luke Johnson did it?
It's doubtful. Because if he knew Tom Ryan voted guilty, he'd know that the other 11 jurors voted not guilty. He'd also have to assume that the odds would be in favor of an eventual acquittal. And a murdered juror would probably result in a mistrial. And I don't think he wants to go through all that again.
And it was someone else. Someone who doesn't want to see Luke Johnson back in uniform this season.
For any other season, for that matter.
Oh, sir, don't feel so bad. It isn't hopeless.
I'm crying because I peeled an onion, not because I can't solve the case.
You mean you can solve the case?
I didn't say that. Charlie.
Yes, sir?
Do you realize you just cracked 14 eggs?
I hope you're hungry.
After carefully weighing the alternatives, I feel there is no choice but to declare a mistrial. Under the circumstances, it would not make sense to replace the deceased with an alternate. The case has been irrevocably prejudiced due to the implied threat to the entire jury, and I am loath to even set a new date for trial until this tragic murder has been solved. It is the court's hope that Mr. Ryan's murder is solved with dispatch. This kind of threat to our very system of trial by jury will not be tolerated. With deep thanks and heartfelt regrets, the jury is hereby dismissed.
Of course I'm upset by last night's murder. What are you going to do now? Are you kidding? What can I do? Whatever happens, there's no way I'll be able to play out the rest of the season. Will you appeal to the commissioner of football?
The commissioner's office has made it quite clear that under no circumstances will Luke's suspension be lifted until this entire matter has been resolved. Now, gentlemen, if you'll excuse us.
Could I ask one more question?
I appreciate this impromptu meeting, Stewart. How have you been?
Can't complain, Leon. What can I do for you?
Luke?
Commissioner, I don't know if you've been following my case.
I'm familiar with it, of course.
Well, I didn't kill Mo Draper.
Well, that's up to the jury to decide.
I know that. But the way it looks now, unless this new murder is solved, and fast, I'm finished in the pros.
You were suspended, not banned.
Well, Luke's lost a half season already. Stewart, he could wind up losing a whole year.
A running back, if he's lucky, has maybe 5 or 6 years before some faster, stronger, tougher kid comes along and bumps you out of a job. I've never begged for anything in my life before, but I'm begging you now. Please catch this guy, fast.
According to your statement last night, you were home all evening.
That's right.
But you can't prove it.
No, sir, I can't. But I'm asking you, if it was you on trial, and you had every reason to believe the jury was going to acquit, would you kill the one guy who was voting against you?
How did you know he voted against you?
Well, that's my fault, I'm afraid, Stewart. You've been there. You get so you can read a jury, and I knew Ryan was going to give us some trouble. Well, I told Luke as much.
I guarantee you, Commissioner, you catch the guy that killed Ryan, and you got the guy that killed Mo Draper.
Well, needless to say, Luke, I intend to get to the bottom of Mr. Ryan's murder. No matter who gets hurt.
Okay. Now, we better take off, Luke.
Okay.
Thank you for seeing us, Stewart.
What do you think, Commissioner?
I think Leon Silver's one hell of a good attorney. He wants me on their side, so he took the direct route.
Well, they sold me. I don't think Luke Johnson is guilty of murder.
Which one?
Neither one.
Lord, we commend unto thy hands the soul of thy faithful servant, Thomas Ryan, Jr. And we pray you will bless him and bestow upon him thy everlasting bounty. Amen.
Mrs. Ryan, I'm Sally McMillan.
I'm Mrs. Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. You must be Stuart McMillan.
I wish we were meeting under less tragic circumstances, Mrs. Ryan. Thomas?
Celia, would you take Mr. Ryan to the car, please?
Yes, ma'am.
He, had a series of debilitating strokes since you last saw him.
I didn't know that.
Thomas Jr.'s death, I'm just afraid that he'll lose his will to live. I know this must be a difficult time for you, Mrs. Ryan. It is. We're all going to miss Thomas Jr. terribly. Oh, he was such a fine, strong man. He had such high ideals. Just like his father. So ironic that those ideals were what killed him. We tried to talk him out of going on jury duty. It certainly would have been easy enough to arrange. He said no. He felt he had a responsibility to go through with it. Sometimes it seems to me the whole world must be going crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Thomas, you always were a fighter. Don't let this beat you. Be strong.
Mac, I don't know how much longer I have. Find my son's killer before I die. I want justice.
I'll do my best, Thomas. I promise.
What are you thinking about, Mac?
Last time I saw Tom Ryan Sr. He was a big man then, full of energy. Started with nothing, amassed a fortune in the private aircraft business. I lost track of him for a while. A couple years ago, he called me and told me he remarried. Said he had everything. Wife who loved him. Son taking over more and more of the business successfully. Looking forward to the future with such enthusiasm. And now this.
You know, Virginia Ryan seems to be an admirable woman, doesn't she?
Will you take care of me when I'm old and gray?
I don't know. You're not as rich as Tom Ryan Sr.
On the other hand, Miss Cynical.
Ms. Cynical.
On the other hand, I didn't make you sign a binding premarital agreement cutting you out of the family fortune.
Tom Ryan did.
Virginia married him because she loved him.
Well, that's why I married you.
Go on, you married me for my money.
You didn't have a nickel in savings when I married you.
We still don't have a nickel in savings.
Yes, but look how much higher our standard of living is.
This thing was jammed with breadcrumbs. Ought to work now.
What about the dishwasher?
Well, the starter button's busted on that. I'll go to work on that tomorrow.
Mildred, you're fantastic.
I'd like to think so.
Evening, ladies.
Hi, Commissioner. Listen, I have a roast beef sandwich waiting. Would you like to have it?
I'd love it. Mildred, it's good to have you home again.
Oh, it's nice to be had, Commissioner.
Well, this was delivered by messenger. It's the Luke Johnson trial transcript.
It's awfully fat.
1,028 pages.
They have the Classics Illustrated version.
You can always wait and see the movie.
Hey, Commissioner, you remember that house Dick Mordanti?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should hear some of the cockamamie ideas he has about this case.
I know. He called the office 3 times today.
Yeah, we started to call here, too.
Well, at this point, I'm ready to listen to anybody.
That's tough, huh?
I'm stymied. Nothing adds up.
He's asked me out to dinner tomorrow.
Dinner, huh?
Well, I know he's not exactly a brain trust, but who am I to turn down a freebie, you know?
There's one thing I don't understand. Why the gun never turned up.
Which gun?
I'm talking about the gun that killed Mo Draper. Now, the DA claimed that it was owned by Luke Johnson, but it never showed up.
Boy, if I was the murderer, the first thing I'd do is ditch the weapon.
I know, but it says here that between the time that Luke Johnson allegedly killed Mo Draper and the time that he was arrested, only 20 minutes elapsed.
Well, that's plenty of time to hide one teeny-weeny little gun.
Yeah, but the police searched a 5-square-mile area around the Johnson house, and they couldn't find a thing.
Well, maybe Luke's gun was stolen before the murder by somebody who wanted to frame him.
Which is exactly the case that Luke's attorney's trying to make. Oh, this cream soda. Mildred, you know I don't like cream soda.
Well, there was a wonderful sale at the supermarket, and I couldn't resist it. I bought 2 cases.
There are 4 down in the garage now from the last sale you couldn't resist.
Boy, home 2 days and already the honeymoon is over.
And the bread isn't even brown yet.
Better to pop up prematurely than not at all, right, Commissioner?
Mac, what about Andrew Brill?
President of the football team?
Mm-hmm. You know, Luke Johnson's been playing for the Miners for 3 years, and for 3 years he has feuded with Andrew Brill about money. Everybody knows he's going to play out his option this year and the next year sign with another team.
I didn't know that.
Mildred, it's right here in the trial transcript. You were there, remember?
Oh, yeah. I was just testing you to see if you'd read it carefully.
Anyway, from what I know about Andrew Brill, he would destroy one of his players before he'd let him go to another team.
Yeah, I ought to do it.
Mildred, are you all right?
I think I did something wrong.
Thanks.
Gentlemen, a little more spirit, please. I know it's only practice, but Big Brother's watching.
Football players are a subhuman species, Commissioner. Big, dumb, money-hungry, and violent.
And now for the bad news.
It's like running a zoo. You have to keep them on a short leash and let them know who's boss, otherwise they'll bite your arm off at the elbow. As far as I'm concerned, they're meat.
Well, if that's so, Mr. Brill, you've got a lot of filet mignon down there.
Sally, may I call you Sally?
Please.
You're delightful. Commissioner, I may not care for football players, but I have an abiding love and respect for women.
If you dislike the players so much, why do you stay in the business?
Because I love the money and the power.
Not to mention the notoriety.
Oh, that too. I've been accused of being arbitrary, tyrannical, cheapest man with a buck in pro football. I feuded with everyone at one time or another.
Well, you must have done something right. The directors would have ousted you long ago.
That gutless bunch are the least of my problems. I own 40% of the stock in the Miners. The rest of them own 60, but they've never been able to stop fighting among themselves long enough to get rid of me.
Well, before they do, you'll have to invite us over to watch a game from your box. It's the most perfect view in the stadium.
You're welcome. Any and every Sunday, Sally, with or without your husband.
I'm going down to the field. I'd like to talk to one of your running backs, Carter Lewis. Do you mind?
Oh. Only if you leave your wife with me as a captive.
Who is captive of whom remains to be seen.
Mr. Brill.
Call me Andy.
Andy. I have been following football from grade school through high school and college. I've been a fan of the Miners for I don't know how many years, and I know the stats on every single player down there on the field.
That's more than I can say for the coaching staff.
Urbanowski?
Yeah, who are you?
Police Commissioner McMillan.
Oh, how you doing? Nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise, Mr. Urbanowski.
Just call me Coach. Everybody calls me Coach, even my wife.
Well, Coach, I wonder if I could talk to one of your players for a minute or two. Carter Lewis.
Sure thing. Hey, Lewis, come here a minute. You ever play football, Commissioner?
Oh, saw him in college.
Tight end, right?
How'd you guess?
Well, you're really not big enough for defense, but it looks like you got good speed.
Had speed.
Ain't it the truth? Carter, this is Commissioner of Police McMillan. He wants to talk to you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
What's a big shot dude like you want to talk to me for?
It's about Luke Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I need some information.
Well, I'm sorry, Jim. I don't know nothing about nothing, you know?
I've done some research on you, Mr. Lewis.
No fooling.
No fooling. Phi Beta Kappa at North Carolina. Master's degree in speech therapy. Save your act for Howard Cosell.
It's just that I'm tired of being bugged with questions about Luke Johnson. You know, I just want to be left alone.
I've got 2 murders on my hands, Mr. Lewis. It's not my job to leave people alone.
Yeah, well, I've got my hands full trying to hold on to my job.
You were second string until Luke Johnson was suspended, is that right?
So what?
Well, if you were acquitted, you'd lose that job suddenly that you're trying so hard to hang on to.
Man, you are really something.
I already know where you were when Mo Draper was murdered. Can you verify your whereabouts when Tom Ryan was murdered?
Well, I'm in training. I went home early and I went to bed. No, I can't prove it. Besides, I don't have to. As far as I'm concerned, I am the starting back for the San Francisco Miners. And if Luke Johnson were to come back tomorrow, he would have to win the position from me. And you know, I just like that fine. Because I think the guy is overrated, and I'd like nothing better than a chance to prove it.
Well, it's academic at this point anyway, isn't it? As long as Luke Johnson's a suspect, you don't have anything to worry about.
I don't have anything to worry about anyway. Everybody knows he was going to play out his option and quit the team this season. Look, I've got work to do, man.
You've got a pretty tough reputation, don't you, Andy?
True. But I like to think I'm also a fair man.
Except when it comes to contracts, right?
Well, I found that my judgment of what's fair often conflicts with those who work for me. But football is a business. And like other businesses, you have to remain cost-conscious at all times.
Do you renegotiate the contracts personally?
No, I let my general manager, Buddy Stone, do that. But general managers are a dime a dozen. If they don't toe the mark for me, they're out.
Ready, Sally?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Commissioner. I was telling your wife. This Sunday, I insist you come as my guest.
Oh, thank you. We'd love to.
And, Commissioner, if there's anything I can do to help you with your investigation, let me know.
I'll do that.
See, whatever my personal feelings toward Luke, I do have a sense of justice. And if he's been wrongfully accused, he deserves to be cleared.
Andy, Oh, excuse me.
No, come in. Mrs. McMillan, Commissioner McMillan, this is Buddy Stone, my general manager.
How do you do?
This week. Always keep them on their toes, huh, Sally? Only way to run an airline.
Hi. Gee, that looks nice. Oh, thank you. You in the business?
No, just an avid window shopper.
Well, I'm almost through here. Can I show you something in the store?
Are you Lena Johnson?
Yeah.
To be very honest with you, I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
I should have known. Reporter.
No, I'm not. My name is Sally McMillan. My husband's Stuart McMillan. He's the commissioner of police.
Well, Mrs. McMillan, I don't mean to be rude, but I have nothing to say to you.
I don't believe that Luke killed Mo Draper. I know that if we can solve the murder of that juror the other night, that maybe we can prove it.
We?
Well, I take an active interest in my husband's work.
My husband thought I took too much interest in his.
Can you think of anyone that would go so far as to kill a juror in order to keep Luke from playing out this season with the team?
There's only one man I know crazy enough to go that far. Andrew Brill.
How did I know that you were going to say that?
He and Luke have feuded over money ever since Luke was drafted by the Miners. He even refused to renegotiate Luke's contract. I don't work here because I like to. I do it because I have to.
Luke never renegotiated his contract?
Nope. And when Luke told Brill that he was going to play out his option and quit the team, Brill threatened to ruin Luke. Oh, we didn't think anything about it, though, because we knew Luke could go to any team he wanted to.
Well, naturally.
And then Mo was killed, and, well, you know the rest.
Have you talked to your husband since the trial began?
No. I think he still believes I was having an affair with Mo. No, I wasn't. But Luke always thought I was having an affair with someone. When he was on the road, he'd call me, and if I wasn't home, he'd go crazy. But if I was home, he'd accuse me of having someone there. Damned if I did, and damned if I didn't. Even if this thing with Mo hadn't happened, I don't think we could have stayed together.
Lena, I appreciate your having talked to me. I know everything's gonna work out.
I hope so, Mrs.
Bye-bye.
How many times have I told you?
You know, it never ceases to amaze me.
What's that?
Every time I want to talk to somebody, you always beat me to the punch.
Pure coincidence.
Ha!
I was walking on my way to lunch, and I just happened to bump into Lena Johnson.
In a window display?
Do you want to know what she told me or not?
Why, yes.
She and Luke are absolutely broke.
Well, paying Leon Silver's attorney fees would break a lot of people.
Before that,
Andrew Brill flatly refuses to renegotiate Luke's contract. That's why Lena's had to keep working to make ends meet. Either Leon Silver has taken Luke on as a charity case, or somebody else is footing that bill.
From what I know of Leon Silver, he wouldn't pay a jaywalking ticket for his mother.
So much for charity. Boy, am I hungry. Do you want to have some lunch?
Yeah, I know a neat hot dog place right down the road.
I have told you so many times that stuff is terrible for you. Let's go to Clean Mind, Clean Body.
A gymnasium to eat?
It's a health food restaurant. It's terrific.
Yuck. What are you doing after lunch?
I'm going shopping.
Sally,
I really am.
before talking with Leon Silver or after?
You're amazing. You read my mind.
2 veggie burgers, a side of slaw, and ice-cold carrot juice.
Mind boggles. I don't know why you were.
I don't know how you can keep drinking carrot juice. I mean...
Hey, mister, watch your step, huh?
Hey, wait a minute. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Hey, Joey, you mind if he asks me a question?
No, go ahead.
How do you install one of these windows? Is it difficult?
Not if you know what you're doing, no. Put the window in the frame using this suction gizmo. Seal it up around the edges, pull the gizmo.
And, you remove the window the same way?
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
I see. Well, thank you very much.
Anytime. Hey, listen, just take a card, just in case you need
Oh,
some window.
no, that's okay.
Take it, I'm telling you. You never know when a window might break on you. Yeah, just a second. Hold this a second. Here. Here, hold that. Joe, give me a card. I'm all out.
Again?
Come on.
Do you believe this?
Come on. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Here you go, pal.
Do you want to take this first?
Yeah. Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Anytime.
This is only the outer office.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Why are we whispering?
Well, it's so dignified. It's like a museum. I always whisper in museums. May I help you?
Yes, we'd like to see Mr. Silver.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but would you tell him Stuart McMillan, Commissioner of Police, would like a few moments of his time?
Oh, Commissioner, excuse me. I didn't recognize you. I'll just tell him you're here.
Thank you.
Should she have recognized you?
Your Honor, I swear I've never seen that woman before in my life.
I'll see you now.
Mac, come on in. It's good to see you.
Nice to know that everybody around here isn't a whisperer.
Well, I'm the whisperee.
I don't believe you've met my wife.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I've never had that pleasure before.
Sally, this is Leon Silver.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Hello, Mac. I'm honored. I think in all the years we've known each other, this is the first time I've ever had the pleasure of a visit from you.
That's right.
What do you think?
Very nice.
I think it's one of the most beautiful offices I've ever seen.
Why, thank you. Please feel free to look around.
I think it will.
I am rather proud of it. It's taken me years to get it just right. Oh, I've just had lunch. Can I order you some?
No, thank you. We've eaten.
Well, is this a purely social visit, Stuart?
No.
I thought as much. What can I do for you?
Who's paying you for Luke Johnson's legal fees?
Well, you might say that I'm representing Mr. Johnson out of a love for the game of football.
I might, but I won't.
Well, I don't suppose there's any reason for secrecy about it. A good part of the tab is being paid by Buddy Stone, the general manager of the team. And the rest is in the form of an IOU signed by Luke Johnson.
Isn't Stone's generosity a bit excessive? I mean, what with Luke's announcement of quitting the team?
Well, I've known Buddy Stone for years, ever since his playing days with the Bears. And he's the only friend the players have. At best, Andrew Brill's attitude can be described as contemptible.
Why does he stay with Brill?
That's a good question. I've advised Buddy to quit many times, but he's concerned with the players' welfare, both on the field and off. And I might add that without him, there'd be mutiny on the team.
You said that Luke signed an IOU.
Yes, that's right. Payable when he's exonerated.
You must mean if he's exonerated.
Oh, he will be, my dear. He will be. I haven't lost a case in years.
Hello, sir. Mrs. McMillan?
Hi, Sergeant.
Did you find the information?
Yes, sir. The windows of this hotel are washed on a continuous basis, and they have a permanent electrical scaffolding up on the roof.
Is that how Tom Ryan was killed?
I don't know, but it's worth looking into. You ever ridden up on a scaffolding?
No, sir.
Well, there's always the first time. Did you bring your dusting kit?
Yes, sir. One of the lab men lent it to me.
Good. Then let's go up on the roof.
I'm getting kind of hungry. I think I'll wait for you guys in the coffee shop.
You just had lunch.
What can I tell you? See you later.
I wish I could eat like that.
Commissioner. Commissioner, I've been calling you for days.
No kidding.
Yes, no, I'm not kidding. I keep getting your secretary, your Mildred.
Well, the office has been pretty hectic.
Yeah, that's all right. I know how busy you must be, except that I think I've cracked your case for you.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Uh-huh. Well, why don't you ride up to the roof with us and you can tell us about it?
All right.
Decide what you want, miss?
Yep. Swiss cheese, lettuce and tomato, rye down, and hold the mayo.
I got you.
Hey, can you remember the night of the murder?
Does a duck have feathers? I was on the night shift. I am the guy that prepared all those dinners for the jurors. I tell you, it was a miserable night all around. Yeah, Chester died that night.
What a shame. Who was Chester?
My dog, a terrier.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry.
Well, what can you do? He was an old guy. He led a good life. He had his own bed. A girlfriend next door, I died soon. I should be so lucky.
You must have loved him very much.
Yeah.
How'd he die?
The vet said poison. He probably got into the neighbor's gopher traps.
You know what you've got to do? Go right down to the pound and get yourself another little puppy.
I've been thinking about it, but I don't know. You just don't replace a loved one in a minute. You know what I mean?
It's really quite obvious once you break the case down into its componencies.
Componencies?
Right. Now, follow this, Commissioner. Someone in the kitchen, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, this alleged someone hides a gun on one of the dinner carts, and it's sent up to the 9th floor along with the rest of the jurors' dinner orders. In the meantime, the maid has been hiding in Tom Ryan's room all day. Are you with me?
Avidly.
All right. Now, the dinner tray is delivered to the victim's room. The maid takes the gun off the tray, shoots the juror in the back twice, puts the gun back on the tray. The tray is removed, sent back to the kitchen, where an accomplice gets rid of the gun. You find out who was the maid that day, and you've got yourself a killer. What do you think?
Mr. Mordanti, I can see where you've given this case a lot of thought.
Well, Commissioner, after all, this is my hotel. I therefore feel, a special responsibility to help you solve this caper,
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Mordanti, and frankly, I had considered your solution, but I rejected it.
Why? Why?
Well, if it had been the maid, one of the guards would have noticed her leaving the room at some point after the murder. But I like the way your mind works, Mr. Mordanti. Keep it up.
I will, Commissioner, and we'll catch the culprit.
You bet we will.
Listen, why are you up here?
I'm gonna check a window for fingerprints.
From the outside?
Someone might have removed the window, fired the shots, then replaced it.
It's brilliant.
Why, thank you. And now, if you'll excuse us.
Yeah, sure, Commissioner. I'll stay here and I'll keep an eye out for you.
You know, Commissioner, I was a window washer's apprentice once.
Oh, yeah?
What's the matter? I thought you said you were a window washer's apprentice once. Just once, sir. I can't stand the height. Well, if it makes you dizzy, don't look down. Yes, sir. You ready? Ready. Why are you stopped? Here, let me do it. Are you ready? Commissioner? Yes. There's an open suitcase on the bed there.
So what?
Well, I feel like a voyeur, sir. I mean... What if someone were to come into the room, sir, and see us out
Concentrate
here?
on the window and forget what's inside.
Yes, sir.
Give me the gun.
I'm praying, sir.
Give me the gun. Never mind praying.
Commissioner, I have never prayed so hard for anything in my life.
You should reaffirm your faith. Your prayers were answered.
Not exactly, sir.
What did you pray for?
Wings.
Commissioner, are you all right?
More or less.
Hey, I feel awful about what happened.
He feels awful.
Hi, what happened?
Well, someone slugged me in the back of the head, and when I came to, I looked over the edge and I saw the scaffolding all over the courtyard.
Are you guys all right?
We're fine. I don't suppose you got a good look at the guy who slugged you or anything.
No, I didn't see him. I was looking over the edge at you and at you, and suddenly I was out cold.
Well, then it was no accident, sir. We are stepping on a few toes with our little investigation.
Unfortunately, the toes are stepping back.
Mac, were you able to find anything up on the window?
Well, if there was anything, it's destroyed now. We had to break the window to get back into the building.
This hotel is jinxed. People are murdered, attempted killings, dogs dying. I'm telling you, we've got to get out of this place.
What does that got to do with it?
I was just down in the coffee shop, and the cook was telling me that his dog died of gopher poisoning the same day that Tom Rind was murdered. Now, isn't that sad?
Sally, Enright and I were almost killed a few minutes ago. That's sad. Let's go.
What kind of a dog was it?
I think I would like to have a drink.
Mildred. Mildred.
Go to the movies.
Oh, are there any phone messages?
Oh, no, let's see.
I'll get your drink.
This is the McMillan domicile. Mildred speaking. No one is home at the present time. If you want to leave a message, please wait for the little beep.
This is Virginia Ryan calling. I'd like to speak to the commissioner at his earliest convenience, please. I can be reached at 555-3124. This is Virginia Ryan calling. I'd like to speak to the... Hello?
Mrs. Ryan, this is Commissioner McMillan.
Commissioner, thank you for returning my call. I just thought that you should know my husband's had another stroke.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. Ryan. How is he?
Well, they've taken him to the hospital, and he's resting comfortably, but at this point, they don't know how serious the damage is or if... Commissioner, I was just thinking that if I could bring him some kind of positive news about your investigation, I think it would help.
Well, I don't want to get your hopes up too high, Mrs. Ryan, but I think we're getting close.
Oh, that is good news.
Mrs. Ryan, I know this isn't the time, but I'd like to ask you a question, if I may. On the night of the murder, when you called the hotel to talk to your stepson, who answered the telephone?
I don't know. I suppose it was one of the guards.
Can you remember how you introduced yourself?
I think I said, hello, this is Virginia Ryan. Or I might have said Mrs. Ryan. And then I asked the guard if he would relay a message to Tom Ryan.
You're sure that's how you said it? A message to Tom Ryan?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. We'll keep in close touch, Mrs. Ryan. And when you see Tom Sr., give him our love.
Yes, I will. And, Commissioner, thank you for everything. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Ryan.
What was that all about? What happened to Tom Sr.?
Well, he had another stroke.
Oh, God.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
When I talked to the guard who was on the desk the night of Tom's murder, he said a call came in from Tom's stepmother.
What's so funny about that?
How did he know Virginia Ryan was Tom's stepmother? She never said what her relationship was.
Well, I remember taking the jurors' dinner orders and then phoning it down to the kitchen. And when the dinners came up, I distributed them while Mike kept watching the corridor.
Then what?
Well, then after dinner, we collected the trays and sent them back down to the kitchen. And then most of the jurors turned in for the night.
And then you spent some time in Miss Jerome's room.
Well, yes, sir. But only half an hour. She's a writer, and she wanted to interview me in depth.
And after your in-depth interview, what did you do?
Well, then I relieved Mike at the desk, and about 10:30, call came in from Mr. Ryan's stepmother. And I took the message
You did
down.
it again?
I did what, sir?
How did you know she was Tom Ryan's stepmother?
You see, Jerry, we listened again to the tape of that call, and nowhere on it does Mrs. Ryan refer to herself as anything but Mrs. Ryan.
If you were going to assume she was anything at all, why not his wife? Or his real mother? Why his stepmother?
Well, as you know, Commissioner, during a long trial, the jurors are kept pretty much from any outside contact. And they tend to get pretty chummy with each other and with the guards, just to keep from going bananas. So since we are the only ones they're allowed to talk to, you get to know them pretty well sometimes.
As, say, with Miss Jerome.
Well, you know, sir, the fact is that Tom Ryan was a good guy. And we just sort of struck up a friendship, that's all. I knew all about him and vice versa.
Okay, Jerry, you can go. Thanks for coming in.
You bet.
Well, sir?
Put a tail on him.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. I want Tom Ryan's body exhumed.
What for?
So the coroner can do an autopsy.
But he's already done one.
Well, he's going to do another one and keep on doing it until he gets it right.
touchdown. This has been a very lopsided game.
Unfortunately, the Miners are on the wrong side of the lop.
Go down to the locker room and shake a few of those clods up.
Andy, wait 15 or 20 minutes.
Why?
So you won't say something that I'll have to apologize for tomorrow.
All right. All right. Commissioner, I won't be too long. Why don't you and Sally wait for me and we'll go out for dinner together?
Fine. On us.
Thank you. Buddy, entertain my guests for a while.
What a disaster.
Well, every team has an off game.
We're having an off season. Dead last in the standings and no relief inside.
Well, there's a silver lining. The team with the worst one-loss record gets the first draft pick.
That's true. With some of the best college prospects in years graduating, we have a shot at picking up some terrific talent next year.
There you go.
Are you going to go for a running back to replace Luke?
No, he'll be back next season. And I think we're going to surprise a lot of people.
How can you be so sure he'll be back?
Because I have to believe the case against him is too weak. Now, the way I read it, there's at least a reasonable doubt. And that's all it takes for acquittal.
He said he was going to sign with another team.
Well, I suppose I don't have to keep secret the fact that Luke has signed a long-term pact with our team. Now, I think that next year, with all of our troubles behind us, we could go all the way.
Isn't his change of heart a little sudden? I mean, he went on record as... Everybody stand here. Lewis! Lewis! You took a shot at me up there. Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why are you running?
Well, as I came out of the locker room, I heard the shot. And when I heard your footsteps behind me, I didn't know whether you were the cop, a sniper, or what. And if you were the sniper, I was afraid of getting killed. Look, it's just my gear. You gotta believe me. I know I came on pretty strong with you the other day, but I was just scared, that's all.
Scared of what?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm fighting for my life on this team. I don't need any trouble with the law.
You're still in trouble with the law. You're not off the hook yet for those 2 murders.
Oh, come on. We've been through this routine already.
But I didn't know that Luke re-signed with the team. Now, where does that leave you?
Re-signed? I don't know what you're talking about.
He signed a new long-term contract.
Well, I didn't know that. When I told you that I thought Luke was quitting the team, I was telling you the God's honest truth.
Commissioner, Mrs. McMillan told me what happened. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
But can I go?
Yeah, but remember, I want to talk to you later. What's up?
It's Jerry the cop, sir, the one we had the tail on.
Yeah.
Well, he disappeared sometime in the mid-morning. No one's seen him since.
Well, maybe I found him, or he found me. Maybe he took that shot at me. Let's see if we can find him before he tries again.
Well, Commissioner, when you're right, you're right. We blew it with this one.
Nobody's perfect, Sam.
I am, Commissioner. Usually.
Usually perfect? It's like saying slightly pregnant. What did you find?
Well, as you suspected, this guy was poisoned. We didn't find it.
You didn't find it because you didn't look for it.
A man has got 2 bullet holes in his back. It doesn't occur to us to look for poison. How many times do you need to kill a guy?
What kind of poison?
Of all things, Amanita muscaria.
I flunked Latin in high school.
Oh, so did I. It's poison mushroom. Extremely toxic, even in minute amounts. Always fatal.
Slow or fast-acting?
Oh, slow. He could have ingested it and gone to bed and died in his sleep. See, this particular poison, it's practically undetectable unless you run very specific tests on it. And as I said, you know, with the two bullet wounds in his back...
His dinner was poisoned.
Must have been. How'd you tumble to it?
Scientific deduction, Sam. My wife was talking to a short-order cook in the hotel whose dog was poisoned the same night he was.
You think the killer was the cook?
No, I figured he fed his dog food scraps from the hotel every night, and the poison that killed the dog was probably the poison that killed Tom Ryan.
Excuse me. Yeah. Just a minute. Commissioner, for you.
Thank you. Hello? Yeah, Charlie. He what? Oh, terrific. All right, I'm on my way.
Anyway, Commissioner, if you find the guy who served Tom Ryan his dinner, you found yourself the killer.
Not necessarily. The guy that served Tom Ryan his dinner is in County General. They found him an hour ago in his apartment, shot 3 times in the chest.
Is he gonna pull through?
Chances are dim to none.
Well, I hope he makes it.
Boy, so do I.
Because I am so loaded with bodies now, I can't see straight.
What's the word?
Well, sir, he's alive, but barely. I've got a guard posted.
All right, issue a release to the press in my name saying that we believe we found the man who killed Tom Ryan and that he's been operated on for the removal of several bullets. He's expected to live and provide us with a full statement.
Well, what happens when he doesn't?
Well, by that time, I believe I'll have my man. Get a search warrant for this address and then pick me up at Burton Roner's yacht in the marina.
Yes, sir. Who's Burton Roner?
One of the board of directors.
Andrew Brill is hanging on to the presidency of the miners by his fingernails.
According to him, your board of directors hasn't been able to get rid of him.
True. He got us all going at each other's throats. Before you knew it, any unity there was went down the drain.
And now?
Well, there'd been tremendous sentiment on the board to get him out. And when Luke announced his decision to quit, that really nailed it down. If Luke had been acquitted, Brill would have been out on his own can, since the contract Luke finally signed was conditional on Brill's removal. Of course, now that Luke's future is very much in doubt again, the boards are beginning to waffle.
In other words, if Luke goes back with the team, Brill is through.
Basically, that's it.
Aber jetzt ist niemand zu Hause.
Do you speak English?
Nein, sprechen Sie Deutsch? No zu Hause.
Entschuldigen Sie mir bitte die Störung, meine Dame. Kann ich die Haussuchungsbefehles haben? May I have the search warrant, sir? Aufgrund dieses Haussuchungsbefehles dürfen wir dieses Haus durchsuchen.
In Ordnung, wenn Sie müssen.
Danke.
Bitte.
You two check the front room. Why don't you check in there? I didn't know you spoke German.
Oh, I can manage in 4 or 5 languages, sir. It's a knack I have.
You're a man of hidden talents.
Thank you, sir.
Bitte schön.
Danke schön.
Bitte?
Danke.
And right. And, oh.
What'd you find, sir?
You could open that.
Oh, it's a piece of cake, sir. Stand back.
is amazing. I didn't know you could do that sort of thing.
Well, sir, I have a checkered past.
In 4 or 5 languages. Stand back.
Actually, I used to work for a private detective agency before I joined the force. It's amazing what you can pick up when you work for one of those outfits. What have you found, sir?
Well, the gun that killed Mo Draper.
The housekeeper said that her boss is out at the football stadium.
Let's go.
All right, tomorrow, remember practice at 10 o'clock, just shorts and helmets, all right? Take it on in, let's go.
Carter! Over here, please. I like the way you've been working, Carter.
Hey, what's going on?
Gonna make an arrest, Lewis.
Oh, come on now.
It's not you.
Who is it then?
It was a hell of a good scheme, Stone. You almost got away with it.
Got away with what?
The killing of Mo Draper.
Commissioner, if this is some kind of a joke, it's not very funny.
It's no joke. Luke told you he was quitting the team. There's no way he'd return for another season, so you killed Mo Draper and framed Luke for it.
Now, why would I want to frame my star player?
So you could go to the board of directors and tell them you'd deliver Luke on a long-term contract only if they'd oust Andrew Brill and replace him with you.
Buddy, what is this? I don't know, Andy. It's absurd.
And the board agreed, didn't they? Then you went to your old friend Leon Silver and got him to represent Luke. Then you told Luke you'd absorb the fees only if he'd re-sign with the team.
This is total and irresponsible speculation on your part, Commissioner. You'll never be able to prove any of it.
I'm afraid I can. I made a complete search of your house. I'm sure you'll find this warrant in good order. I found a .22 caliber pistol in your wall safe, registered under the name of Luke Johnson.
You ingrate. You tried to destroy me!
Calm yourself.
What did you expect, Andy? I only did what you would have done under the same circumstances. All right. I killed Mo Draper. And the juror as well, no doubt. Are you kidding? Why would I? I had Luke's contract signed, sealed, and delivered. I had your job in my pocket. I wanted Luke acquitted. No, if you're looking for that killer, Commissioner, Andrew Brill here is as good a candidate as any.
Get him out of here, Commissioner. He makes my stomach turn.
Yeah, you and your mistrial would keep Luke's future in doubt. So with him gone, you could probably hang on to your job,
I can account for every moment of my time the night he was killed. You want to arrest me, be my guest. But you damn well better have a case.
Take Stone in and book him.
Mac, how did Buddy Stone ever get Mo Draper to lie about having an affair with Luke Johnson's wife?
Easy. Probably offered him money or a lucrative no-cut contract.
How? Then when Luke threatened Mo, Stone killed him.
With Luke's gun, which he probably stole from Luke's house somewhere along the line.
Yeah, but if Luke was found guilty, then Stone's whole plan went right down the drain, right?
The case against him was circumstantial, with no murder weapon as evidence. And all a lawyer of Silver's caliber had to do was establish reasonable doubt in the jury's mind.
Which he did with the exception of Tom Ryan.
And Stone would come out of this whole thing a hero. He provides Luke with the best lawyer in the business and guarantees his services to the team for 5 years.
Commissioner, how did you know that Stone kept the gun?
Well, why get rid of it? If he ditched it, it might show up somewhere along the line, and that would convict Luke. And that's the last thing Stone would want.
Well, it's nice to know Luke's off the hook. But if that guard Jerry dies before talking, well, then you're not any closer to solving Tom's murder than you were before, right?
I still say you're both forgetting Andrew Brill.
Well, he had a motive, but he also had an ironclad alibi.
Well, now, if he hired Jerry to do the thing for him, an alibi doesn't have any meaning.
Tell that to the judge.
So, Tom was killed because 11 people voted innocent and 1 person voted guilty. But how could Jerry have ever known that Tom was the only one to vote guilty?
10 voted innocent and 1 guilty.
What?
What did you say?
Well, I never did make up my mind about how I was going to vote, and then they started arguing with Tom, and they never got around to me.
Mildred, how would you have voted?
Oh, Mrs. McMillan, that's between me and my conscience.
Mildred, you're sensational.
Yeah, I know. I was always good with machines.
No, I'm not talking about the dishwasher. You just told me who killed Tom Ryan.
I told you who killed Tom Ryan.
You told me who killed Tom Ryan.
Mildred.
Commissioner, what a nice surprise.
May I come in, Mrs. Ryan?
Oh, please, of course. Oh, I hope you've got some good news for me. I've got to go to the hospital soon to see Thomas, and I just know that it would cheer him up if I could tell him, well, that you've broken the case.
I have.
Really? That's wonderful. Who killed my stepson?
Jerry, one of the guards, by poison.
Frightening. Please, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Do you know why he did it?
No, I don't know why. Maybe money, maybe it was a lot of things. But I do know who put him up to it, Mrs. Ryan. You.
Why on earth would I kill my own stepson?
Money.
Oh, Commissioner. I signed a premarital agreement with Thomas before we were married. If he dies, I get nothing.
You do if there's no one left to inherit the money. Kill Tom Jr., you win by default. You know that killing him during the jury's deliberations would immediately throw suspicion on those involved in the trial, especially when you arranged to have my housekeeper attacked first.
I had never heard anything so bizarre. Now, you know that I was at home the night Tom was killed. You even got a phone call on tape to prove it.
Jerry was quite a ladies' man. It wasn't too difficult to seduce him, was it? What did you promise him? Was it money? Marriage?
You can't prove any of that.
You know I wouldn't have come if I didn't have proof. Jerry told me the whole story.
He couldn't have.
Would you like to come to the hospital with me and see? You're very good at using people, Mrs. Ryan, getting them to do what you want. But you made one mistake. When you tried to kill Jerry, you blew it.
Commissioner, you know what I wish? I wish that you had stayed out of it.
Is that the gun you used when you tried to kill him?
It's the gun I'm going to use to kill you.
Be my guest. But you won't get 10 feet away. You know the police are already on their way. It's over, Mrs. Ryan. And besides, I don't think you've got another murder left in you.
How did you figure it out?
That first phone call, it wasn't just that Jerry knew you were Tom's stepmother. He had an explanation for that. You told Jerry over the phone that Tom Sr. was gravely ill, and you wanted to let Tom know. Jerry said he'd tell him right away. But you said you wanted to talk to Tom, and that always bothered me. Because you both hung up after the message. I kept asking myself why. Unless you both knew he was already dead. Sergeant Enright, send a unit over to the Ryan residence.
You know, Mac, the thing that I can't figure out is how the actual murder itself was committed.
Figuring that out was the easy part. Once I found out the cause of death was poison. Jerry sprinkled the poisoned mushrooms over Tom's dinner just before giving it to him, knowing that Tom would be dead in 2 hours at the most. After Virginia's call came in, Jerry broke down Tom's door.
been shot.
Then told Mike to call the police. Then Jerry put a silencer on the gun, fired 2 shots into the body, re-hid the gun and exited the room. By the time the police came and examined the body, they had no reason to doubt Mike, who, on Jerry's orders, had called to report a shooting.
My goodness. You know, it's amazing that a woman as clever and cool as Virginia would confess to a murder, where if she'd only kept quiet, she would have found out that Jerry died before he ever regained consciousness.
It's my honest face. Women always believe what I tell them.
Oh, is that it? Oh, well, I'm going to remember that the next time that you tell me you're working with the mayor until midnight.
I did.
Yeah, hello. Oh, hi, Mr. Mordanti.
Not home, not home.
Oh, I'm sorry, the commissioner is not home, not home. Oh, thank you, Nina. Yeah.
Nina?
Well, as a matter of fact, they're all tough. But when you've been at it as long as we have, you sort of develop an instinct for the truth. Dinner? Yeah, I'd love it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Thank you.
Officer in need of assistance, proceed to Marina Bay Drive.
Come along.
Well, we got him.
Yes, we did.
You're all wet, sir.
Yes, we are.
Sir, about the football game Sunday. There could be trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Well, sir, a bookie was killed in Las Vegas last week, and locally there's been very heavy betting on the game Sunday. Now, maybe they tie in, maybe they don't, but lots of bookies are coming into town for the game.
Bookies don't come into town to watch football, Sergeant. They have scouts for that. They get together only when they have a problem.
I understand, sir. The question is, what's the problem?
Put out some feelers. I'll bet you it has something to do with football.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sandy King with another Hawk's Eye View, your inside pregame look at your team. Today, we have an unusual opportunity to get some inside facts as we talk to Lowball Lewis, the team trainer. Hi, Lowball.
Hi, Sandy.
Well, first of all, Lowball, tell me, what is the condition of Vic Whalen's leg?
Now, the doc says his leg's a lot better, but not as good as those.
Oh, come on, Lowball. We're on tape here. I'm going to rewind this thing. We got to start all over.
Oh, anytime.
Ryan, I told you to keep these series of plays in order. What are you doing to me?
Hi.
What are you doing here? I can't coach the team with you standing around like that.
Hello, Mrs. McMillan.
Hi, Mr. Royce.
Nice to see you.
You too.
You got a cigarette?
No, I don't smoke.
Neither do I. Mrs. McMillan has come for that autographed football.
Football? Oh, yeah, I gave it to that kid, Whizzer. You know the kid that hangs around? Hey, Whizzer! Whizzer!
Do they bite?
Only when they lose. Where is that kid? Hey! Who's got that special autographed football?
Look around for it. How many white footballs have we got?
Everybody, let's look for that white football.
Coach, think that could be it?
Yeah, that looks like it. Well, oh, come on, Lowball, do you mind? We're trying to do a show here.
Oh, sorry, but
wow. Yeah, right, well, right. Well, let's start over again.
I see you found it.
Yes, Father Monahan and the kids are really gonna dig this.
Oh, Mr. Royce. I'll be right back, Sandy.
Oh, you're beautiful, Lowball. You are beautiful.
Did you get a chance to think over
The answer is no, Lowball. I'm the owner and the manager of a football team. I'm not a benevolent organization.
Oh, but I really need
As
it
a trainer, you make a great storyteller. Last time it was your transmission. The time before that, it was your grandmother.
No, it's no story this
And
time.
no loan either, Lowball.
Mr. Royce, maybe I
It's
could...
all right. This will only
Look,
take a minute.
can't we talk
What
about
is this,
this
a
right-
Chinese torture? No is no is no. You got a cigarette?
Oh, sure, sir. Right here.
Get out of here. You know I've given up smoking.
Poor guy.
I'm the poor guy. They're always hitting me up for money. Timber, Lowball, Vic Whalen, Sandy King. What am I, a money fountain?
Well, see you later, Mr. Royce. Thanks a lot again. I don't know whether you noticed this, but I'm not one of the players.
I did. That's why I tackled you. I didn't want you to get off the field without my autograph.
You're Billy Benton.
Oh, you know me, huh?
Who doesn't?
Well, I don't know you.
Sally McMillan. Married.
Oh, heartbroken.
Sure. You better sign right there.
Sure, who's it for?
It's for Father Monahan's School for Boys.
Father Joe, too much. I was one of his boys. I was raised in the orphanage. He's the only family I ever had. Hey, why don't I go with you when you deliver the ball?
To the orphanage?
Sure.
Oh, wow. The kids would go crazy meeting you. I've got to get the rest of their autographs first.
Okay, good. It'll give me time to practice my passes.
Maybe next time you'll connect.
Right.
Try Sacramento Street, Brady. It might be a little bit faster.
Right, sir.
How far is Father Monahan's School for Boys, Brady?
About 20 minutes by car, sir. 3 if you walk.
I'll walk. Hi, honey.
Hi, darling.
I made the mistake of taking the car. Traffic
Oh.
was as usual.
Oh, you should do something about that, Commissioner.
I intend to. I'm going to sell the car.
Mac, you know Billy Benton.
Hi.
Hi.
He volunteered to join me this
Oh,
afternoon.
great.
It's a pleasure. You have great legs.
Thank you.
I mean hers.
I agree, especially the left one.
Here. There. Oh,
Well, I guess I've had enough to drink.
sorry, darling.
How'd you two meet?
Oh, he tackled me.
He tackled you.
Well, I didn't know that she was married, and I didn't realize she was so big.
Be careful now. Oh! You did that on purpose. I
Me?
know it. No. Oh, right in the eye.
Now, that's what I like. One-on-one coverage.
Well, every once in a while I get caught holding. But I get to pay the penalty.
If I weren't in training, I'd drink to that.
Why don't you eat to it? You could join us for dinner tonight.
No bachelor wants to have dinner with a quiet, sedate, old, heavily married couple.
Where?
No matter how charming we are.
Hey, Commissioner, that's not true. I'm aware of my reputation, but that only sells tickets. If I had my choice, I'd much rather be with my friends.
There, I told you, so you're gonna have dinner with us tonight.
Well, thanks, but I can't. I have a couple of dates, and
Well,
I...
bring her along. Bring both of them along. We'd love it, wouldn't we,
Sure
son?
we would.
Well, they're a little different, you know.
Well, anytime you can join us, please do. You have the football?
Yes, I got the football. Isn't it neat?
This would mean a lot to Father Monahan. He'll put it in permanent exhibition in the trophy case.
I don't think so.
Why? I thought it was for the kids.
Wow. Something is smudged, and then it says, is trying to kill me.
Enright, I want you to talk to the entire team one at a time. Now, Harlan Royce's name is above the message. Vic Whalens is below. Billy, where are they?
Vic Whalen's over there, and I don't see Harlan Royce. Well, listen, I got a change in practice. I'll see you people later, huh?
Right.
Enright, you talk to Vic Whalen, I'll talk to Sandy King.
One step slower, and I can keep up with you.
Well, Vic, for a guy who's not going to be in there very much this year, you're sure taking it with a smile.
Well, look, I'm a pro. Billy helps the team, that's all that matters. I'm for the guy.
Since you're not going to be playing much, won't it be difficult to stay in training, follow the rules, keep that curfew, especially for a bachelor?
Well, anything can happen. You gotta stay in shape.
Right. Well, our time is up. Thank you, Vic Whalen, for this talk and your honest comments. This is Sandy King, closing out another Hawk's Eye View.
Thanks, Sandy. Sorry it didn't work.
What do you mean?
You stirring up trouble. You worried about losing your job?
Vic? Mr. King, there's a question I'd like to ask you, if you don't
Vic Whalen
mind.
is some terrific actor.
Actor?
Well, Benton takes the ball out of his hands, the bread out of his mouth. He's got nothing but compliments, don't you believe?
Oh, you signed this football for my wife.
Hey! Hey! Something's happened! Hey, come quick, will you? There's big trouble!
Back. I think I'll wait on the field.
Yeah, go ahead.
Commissioner? His name was Willie White. We all called him Whizzer. A real nice kid.
What did he do?
Oh, he just ran errands. You know, he's a gopher. Go for this, go for that.
Enright, see what you can find out about him.
Yes, sir.
Looks like a kitchen knife. Probably from in here. Here, take this down to headquarters. Check this out.
Yes, sir.
Anything so far?
More prints than we can handle.
Who would have left the field during practice?
Everyone goes on and off the field. Phone calls, towels, men's room. There's no way of counting.
All right, Lowball, tell me exactly how you found the body.
Sure, and I'll show you. Come on. See, I was coming down this corridor here on my way to the rub-down room, and I made the turn here, and I walked on by without thinking what I saw, and I got clear down to here, and suddenly I thought, frozen shoelaces. So I went back and opened the box, and he fell out.
You couldn't have seen any frozen shoelaces. The counter's in the way. Now, why did you open the refrigerator door?
Well, I was looking for a soft drink, see, and sometimes they leave them in there. And they leave, you know, mustard and ketchup, and I take them home.
All right, Lowball, that's all. For now.
How you doing?
The boy's dead.
There's nothing as desolate as an empty stadium. It's like a big carton with 90,000 empties.
McMillan! Why can't I leave the field? I gotta get this story in the air.
You'll have to wait. We want to talk with you later.
I'm a suspect.
Everyone's a suspect. You worked on the city desk for over 2 years. You know how we operate. Stick around.
Thanks a lot, McMillan.
Can I go home, or am I a suspect?
Did you do it?
No.
Okay, then you can go home.
No, I can't. I left my car at Father Monahan's.
Well, then why don't you wait for a few minutes? We'll drive you over there.
Okay. I feel like walking. I think I'll meet you in the parking lot. Bye, darling.
I could use a drink. How about you?
Yeah, I could use it. But I'm not in training.
What, are you adopting me?
Did you adopt Wizard?
No, it's just the opposite. He adopted me. I guess I did.
What do you know about him?
He had a crooked smile. He needed attention. Nothing really. Kids get hung up on football players, you know that. He got my sandwiches for me, got my bottled water, ran my errands. I gave him a couple of bucks, a pat on the back. What are you looking at?
Bloodstains on your shirt.
Did you ever get hit by a 300-pound tackle? Well, go check. It's your job, isn't it?
That's right. It's my job. I'll keep it.
Hey, Billy,
Oh, it's all right. He's one of ours. I think.
Oh, I got a lead on the kid's family. They're sharecroppers.
I want to pick up the expenses for the funeral.
Why?
I feel sorry for the kid. No, because he liked me.
Commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Royce left about a half hour ago, but we found the kid's bike.
Good. Now, Billy.
Don't leave town.
Exactly.
This is Wizard's bike.
Boy, it's so new.
And expensive, especially on a couple of bucks a day.
Mm-hmm. You know, for a young bike, it's got an awful lot of mileage on it.
Wow, it does have a lot of mileage on it, doesn't it?
What do those look like to you?
Well, they could be bookie slips, sir, but I wouldn't bet on it.
I would. Check the code of the Vice Squad and see if you can find a way of getting this bike down to the lab.
Oh, but I already have.
Right here. He's gonna go to the lab and end up in the hospital. If Whizzer was a bagman,
What's a bagman?
a bagman is one who collects money from the runners.
What's a runner?
A runner, Sally, is someone who collects money from the bettors. Maybe he was killed because he knew something he shouldn't, like how the next game was going to turn out. 4 days before it's played. Where'd you park the car?
Right up there. I don't think Billy had anything to do with it.
I think you don't want to think Billy had anything to do with it.
He's a good guy, Mac. I have it on the best of authority.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Me. And I know a good guy when I see one. That's a compliment.
Why a written message and not a phone call? Why would they want to kill a kid? What could he know?
I have one more question.
What?
Are you coming home for dinner tonight?
Depends on the answer to the one question.
I love you.
That's not the question.
It certainly is the answer.
Okay.
Stuffed peppers.
What?
That's what we're having for dinner tonight.
Oh, I love them too.
Be careful.
Hey, Mrs. McMillan.
Oh, Mildred,
Glad
is
you're
it good
home.
to
I
see
left
you? I
my
forgot my
keys
keys
inside
at
the-
home. Both of us together.
Well, it's a good thing we keep a spare one in the potted plant.
That's for sure. I used it the other day.
Listen, I have good news. I just saw Al about placing a bet on the Hawks.
You're not supposed to bet with a bookie, especially not Al. Mac just got him off.
Yeah, but with Al, we only have to give 6 points. Earlier this morning, it was 15. That means the betting odds have dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, leave it for that. That was supposed to be with Grace. That way it'd be a nice, friendly $2 wager.
Yeah, but the odds with Al are better. And $2 is $2.
This one needs water. I still think the maid would have been a better bidder.
Listen, Mrs. McMillan. Could you have used the spare key yesterday and left it inside the house after you used it?
Yes, I could.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What are we going to do?
Ooh. I think We're gonna go inside.
That's a lovely idea.
I wonder why the point spread changed. I'll ask Mac. He'll know.
You're not going to tell him.
Well, I have to tell him.
Well, if you tell Mr. McMillan that the odds are changing, he's going to figure out that I'm placing bets. And betting's illegal.
I'll tell him without incriminating us.
How?
Don't worry. I'll tell him so that he won't know about the bet.
Uh-huh. You want to bet?
Hi, honey.
Concocted for your pleasure. I hope it pleases you, my lord.
Taste this.
Why?
Because I think you're trying to poison me. There's no other explanation for this preamble you just delivered.
I have something to tell you.
What?
But I'll only tell you if you promise that you won't ask me how it is I know what it is I'm going to tell you.
Okay, how do you know? I'll ask you before you start.
I can't tell you. I don't want to hurt an innocent party who isn't very innocent.
I'll drink to that. Arriba.
Arriba.
Abajo.
Abajo.
Al centro.
El centro.
Al dentro.
El dentro. You like it?
There's a lot of sugar.
Oh. Do we have a deal?
Yes, yes.
The point spread on the Hawks game has gone down drastically.
How do you know? I mean, did it happen in the last couple hours?
Yes. What does it mean?
Is that included in the deal?
What are you doing?
Calling Al. He's a bookmaker.
Oh, how do you know that Al, still makes book?
Well, he doesn't, really. It's every once in a while people force bets on him.
Oh.
Al, Miss Mac, tell me, what's the scam on the Hawk game Sunday? Well, where's the money coming from? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, Al, thanks.
Where's the money coming from?
According to the grapevine, there were two very suspicious bets.
Oh?
One was for $2,
Oh?
and the other was for $75,000.
Oh. Which one bothers you the most?
Both. But the $75,000 bet has some other people nervous.
Do you think it could be coming from someone closely associated with the team?
I think it has. And I think that's why the bookies dropped the spread.
You know, Mac, I don't see what's wrong with a player betting on his own team to win.
Because it's illegal. And it's worse if he bets on the other team.
The other team? How could you bet on the other team? Who could control the outcome of a football game?
Oh, the coach, the owner, among other people, the quarterback.
Billy?
Billy.
Commissioner Wizard didn't have a police record. But he's gotten 2 traffic tickets in the last couple of weeks right here. He never caused anybody any trouble.
Well, he caused somebody trouble.
Traffic division says that he used to park his bike somewhere behind these stores in the alley.
So he worked for one of these shop owners, huh?
Uh-huh.
Question is, which one of the bookies?
Yeah, Commissioner, you know, there's a great delicatessen there. It serves terrific pastrami, great pickles, and sensational sauerkraut.
Sergeant, I've had breakfast.
Oh, yeah, so have I. Commissioner, if there's a fix-on in this game, it's because somebody wants or needs money. And if what Mrs. McMillan heard at the field is true, there's Harlan Royce, Timber, Lowball, Sandy King, Vic Whalen.
Why Vic Whalen?
Well, Billy took over his old job.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, there's that great deli over there with a fantastic pastrami, the great pickles, and the...
Sensational sauerkraut, and a corn stamp shop, and a pet shop, and a barber shop, and a ladies' lingerie. You ever been in there?
Hmm? Ladies' lingerie shop?
No, the barber shop.
Oh, no, sir.
You take that.
Commissioner, if I'm going to go in there and try to get information without seeming suspicious, I got to get a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't need a haircut. But if I may be so bold, sir, you could.
I couldn't. Sally would divorce me.
Why?
She cuts my hair.
But I get my haircuts from old Vern. Now, what's old Vern going to say when I come in a couple of weeks with a different haircut? I just can't hurt old Vern.
I can understand that.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you after I get my haircut.
Your hairdresser's name is George Harvard.
It is?
My card. Your name, sir?
Sergeant. Bill Sargent.
What'll it be, Bill? Trim, wave set, curl emphasis, or a complete redo?
Oh, I think just a trim would be fine.
Oh, you need a redo.
Oh, well, how long will that take?
It's unimportant. Time will fly. But with your shaped head and that large but strong jaw, just reshaping the hair, freeing it, one might say, to a fundamental look will do wonders for you.
Oh, well, how much is something like that?
$40 the first visit.
Oh. Well, maybe next week, huh? Just a trim.
Sir? Pardon me, Bill. George Harvard here. Right. Fine. I'll put you down for that.
Just once over lightly.
I've only taken a small amount, Bill. George Harvard. Right. I'll put you down for it.
You know, you're very popular.
Some people find me indispensable.
I noticed that you do haircuts for lots of the hawks.
Hairdress, not haircuts. Yes, almost to a man. George Harvard. Right. You've got it. Excuse me?
Oh. Hey, do you do Billy Benton's hair?
No, he's the only one I don't. But maybe someday.
You know, with all those football players coming in here, I bet you know a lot about football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, odds, things like that.
I pick up a little chit-chat.
Hey, you happen to know a place where I could make a bet on the Hawks?
Don't you have any friends?
I don't bet with friends.
Now, that's very wise. Neither do I.
What are you doing? I mean, you're doing more than trimming.
Just a little reshaping. I couldn't resist. But you'll love it. Say goodbye to the old Bill Sargent and hello to your real self.
Well, it's very nice. Thank you, sir. Of course, I'm not really committed to it myself yet. But he said if I didn't like it, I could just comb it out with a little water. But he'd really like me to live with it for a little while. You know what I mean, sir? I mean, it really is fundamental, isn't it? Even though it does take a little bit of getting used to. What'd you find out?
The sauerkraut is terrible. What about you?
Oh, we don't have to look any further, sir. It's a bookie joint, all right. You know, if my barber, a guy named George Harvard, were to give haircuts to all the people who'd call him, he'd be 6 feet deep in hair. I mean, I think he's burying his bets in his appointment book. I copped a look at the book, sir, and I found Harlan Royce's name in it. So where does that leave us?
I don't know, but I know where it takes us.
Yeah, Harlan Royce.
Come in. Well, I'm glad you're here. Sit down. I'm plenty upset about this. Who could have done it?
We don't know yet, sir.
Why didn't anybody see the message? Oh, I know. They were watching your wife. I was watching your wife. Terrible. It's terrible. Do you have a cigarette? No. Don't give it to me. I always like to smoke when I'm nervous. I've had the commissioner of football on the phone 4 times today already. Collect. My own announcer is pressuring me, and what I don't understand is who wanted Whizzer dead.
We think Whizzer may have been a bagman.
A bagman? No, I can't believe. I need a cigarette. No. No, as far as I've heard, he was a nice kid that used to hang around with Billy and the team and did errands.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know George Harvard?
Well, of course I know George Harvard. He's my barber. As a matter of fact, I'm due there later on this afternoon. You ought to go to him. He's marvelous. As a matter of fact, you could use a redo.
I just had one, sir.
Oh? Oh, yeah. See, that's pretty, yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's terrific.
Well, thank you, sir.
Mr. Royce, what do you know about the syndicate and its connections, if any, with the Hawks?
There aren't any. If there were, I'd have to report them to the commissioner of football and to the police. I just paid 1 million smackers, for Billy Benton. Do you think I'm going to jeopardize that by not playing football according to the rules? Cigarette?
You said not to give you one, sir.
Right. You give me one.
I don't smoke.
I don't use them.
Did you get those cigarettes yet?
You told me not to, no matter what you said.
You're fired.
Where were you yesterday when Whizzer was murdered?
I was here.
Well, we checked that out, sir. You said you were, but you weren't.
I don't mean here. I mean I was with the technicians. There was some problem with the scoreboard. I had a pack around here someplace.
Do you have any idea who might have attacked Whizzer?
Well, I'm not going to single anybody out. That's your job. My job is to run this office and to try to find some damn cigarettes.
Yes, sir.
Did the cigarettes come yet?
You just fired me, Mr. Royce.
Can you believe that? You just can't find any decent help nowadays.
What conclusion have you reached, sir?
One thing. He's definitely trying to quit smoking.
Commissioner! Commissioner, if I don't come up with something on who killed Whizzer first, I could lose a good job.
Not on the record.
Okay, off the record.
Sergeant, tell him our theory.
Our theory is that Whizzer was assaulted with a deadly weapon by a person or persons unknown to the detriment of his well-being. We believe the assailant to be clever, ruthless, and so far invisible.
Stay down.
I am down.
Sandy, that shot was meant for you. Come on, Enright.
Listen, please.
One thing's for sure, whoever it is has got to be out of breath.
Did anyone just run in here?
Yeah, we all did. We just finished our wind sprints.
Anyone in here have a permit for a gun?
For a gun without a permit?
Lowball's got one.
It's an old gun I use for a starter's pistol.
Get it.
Sure. It's not there.
I
guess I got my story. Hawks announcer shot at in parking lot. The assailant is clever, ruthless, and invisible.
Hey, wait a minute. I lent it to somebody. Now, who was it? Billy. I lent it to you, remember?
Now, what would I want with the pistol?
Good question. Got an answer?
Sure, I have an answer. I never borrowed it. Hey, what are you trying to pull, lowball?
Get a couple of men down here and look for that gun.
Commissioner, can you spare a third man? I'd like some protection.
That's standard procedure.
How much do you think Sandy knows?
No.
You know.
I talked to him and I still don't know.
You know. You're just saying you don't know because you don't want me to know what it is you know.
I don't know. And if I did know, you know that. I'm not going to get caught up in that again.
Why would anyone want to kill Sandy? That wouldn't change the odds or the point spread, would it?
No, I shouldn't think so.
What are the odds now, do you know?
10 to 1.
10 to 1?
10 to 1, I'll be asleep in 1 minute.
Oh!
What's the matter? Are you all right?
I cramped my toe.
Can I help you? You're turning red.
I'm glad we're going to bed early. What time is it?
20 after 9.
We haven't done this since when?
Since never.
Oh. Long, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I won't propose what I had in mind.
Oh, no, that wasn't an oh, no for you. That was an oh, no, oh, no. I've got to get in touch with Janet.
Why?
The Stantons are having a party for the team tonight, and I promised him that we'd be there. What am I going to tell Janet?
Tell him the truth.
The truth. Of course. There's nothing like the truth. I think she can handle it. Hi, Janet. Sally. Yes, that's what I was calling you about. I'm really sorry about tonight. You won't believe what happened. Mac tore a ligament in his leg, and I had to take him down to emergency hospital. We're not going to possibly be able to make it.
Well, there's nothing like the truth.
Well, that was nothing like it. No, Janet, no. No, it's not that bad, no. No, Janet, really, no, it's not that bad. He's not in bed or anything, no. Janet, listen, Janet, we'll be right over. Boy, did I handle that.
How much of a limp do you want?
Well, I think it could be a little... Oh, Mac. Hello? Yes, he's right here. Just a moment.
And?
Right.
Hello? Hello, Commissioner. Did I wake you?
No, Sergeant.
Oh. I'm sorry. I just thought you'd like to know, sir, that we found the gun in Vic Whalen's locker. It had Billy Benton's fingerprints on it.
Pick me up. I'll be downstairs.
That was about Billy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Please don't say anything. Let me say it. You've got a lot on your mind, so I'm going to go to the Stantons' party by myself, and you and Enright can go do whatever it is that you've got to do.
A, you are a great wife. B, I love you very much. And C, what are you going to tell Janet?
Oh, I'm going to tell her the truth.
I believe it.
Well, I'll think of something. No limp. You're going with Enright.
Are you sure this is Billy's apartment?
Of course it is, sir. I checked it out. I thought this was Billy Benton's apartment.
It is. I'm Vic Whalen. You know, the old quarterback.
I didn't know you were roommates.
Why not? I had some trouble with my wife. Billy said I could spend the night.
I'd like to talk to him. May we come in?
He's not in right now.
Doesn't that violate curfew?
When you think of it, I guess it does.
Listen, Vic, where'd he go?
Well, I don't know. We made a call and split.
Well, I'll check and see if he used the house phone.
Vic, we found the gun that was fired at Sandy in your locker.
I don't know anything about any gun in my locker. There was no gun there when I left the field. I never shot anybody in my life. Where in my locker?
In your shoe.
Well, somebody put it there after I left the field.
Your signature was right next to the message on the football.
I don't know anything about any message. If this is an attempted murder investigation, you haven't told me my rights. Nothing I've said can be used.
Nobody asked you anything.
Operator, this is Sergeant Enright of San Francisco Police. Could you please tell me where the last outgoing phone call was made from this extension? Thank you.
Thank you, Vic. We'll see you later.
So you... no, sir. This time I go first. Harvard's work area is over there.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good. I don't usually get tackled from behind. Don't touch me. You're a cop. I like my haircut back. I don't take care of cops.
Yeah, I can see why.
I shouldn't have wasted my talents
All right, all right. Let's begin at the beginning, shall we? Any volunteers?
Yeah, he wanted a bigger tip.
Why'd you call him?
Personal.
Money?
I don't like what you're thinking,
I
Commissioner.
don't like it either. Why'd you come down here?
He's been spreading rumors around that I'm betting against my own team.
Is it true?
Now, wouldn't it be freaky to admit, even if it were true, that I had financial dealings with a bookie? You're gonna call me a bookie. I'm gonna get you for this.
Now, that's a very stupid thing to say in front of witnesses.
Relax. We already know you're a bookie.
You think I'm a bookman and charge me? Take me in or let me go.
We're aware of the options. Sit down. Shut up. What was the fight about? Billy?
It really wasn't a fight. He got in a cheap shot with his hairdryer.
Level with me, Billy.
Commissioner, I am leveling with you. Why would I possibly want to be involved with the guy that makes book? Because you're trying to make some tax-free loot. You laid $75,000 against your own team. Hey, I'm clean. Now, if you're so scared, you call off all the bets, man. And you keep your big mouth shut. You understand? That's what his thing is all about. He thinks I'm dumping the game. No way.
Did you take a $75,000 bet?
I don't take bets.
Then what makes you so sure that one of the team placed the bet? Where do you get your information? Book him. You're coming with me, Billy.
Well, I wouldn't touch your head again if...
Come on.
I don't know where she keeps those Band-Aids. I looked in the medicine chest, in the bathroom drawer, the kitchen sink.
Hi, Mac. Oh, the party was awful. After I got there, everybody was gone. Billy, what happened to your forehead? It's bleeding.
Where do you keep the Band-Aids?
Oh, here, I'll get them for you.
Do you always keep your Band-Aids in the icebox?
They feel better when they're cold.
I suppose you keep your coffee in the medicine cabinet.
Upstairs I do. Downstairs I keep it in the coffee canister.
That must make it difficult to find.
You look like you've been in a fight.
Yeah, I was.
You'd never know it. Is everything all right? How about an answer?
Well, not really.
There's this guy out there that thinks that I'm a crook.
I'd punch him in the nose.
He did.
Hey, this is really pretty. Where was it taken?
On our honeymoon.
Where'd you go?
To bed. Coffee's cooking in there.
Yeah.
Is he in real trouble, Mac?
I take my coffee with no cream and no 2 sugars.
You're lucky it's ready.
Why am I really in trouble?
Your fingerprints were found on Lowball's gun. How do you explain it?
I can't. I don't know what to say. I've never even seen the gun before. I had no reason to shoot Sandy. Do I? Hey, I really appreciate you not booking me.
That's exactly what somebody wants. If you're booked to be suspended, you won't be able to play on Sunday.
Wow. How do I thank you?
Make sure I'm right.
Oh, you're right.
What I don't understand is how could Billy's fingerprints get on a gun that he's never seen? Brandy? There's another question that nobody has answered.
Well, I have a question I think can be answered. Where's the...
Oh, straight back to the right.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Everything's too pat, Sally. I think Billy's being framed. Whistler was his friend. The gun had his fingerprints on it. The bookie said it was his bet against his own team.
I'm glad you believe in Billy.
There's something about him. Brings out the paternal instinct.
Maternal.
Paternal.
Maternal, too.
I thought to women he was a sex symbol.
Well, maybe to other women he's a sex symbol, but to me, Billy is, well, he's simply,
Sex symbol.
well, he is rugged and handsome and good-looking, but you know that's not my type.
Wow, I have to go. Could you call me a cab?
Sure, you're a cab. Oh. Want to take a drive?
I do nothing better.
Listen, I don't want to put you out.
No trouble. Save us tailing you home.
Oh, thanks for the lift.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Battery in my car was dead. I didn't know it.
You know, I kind of like this. It's like being in the huddle, except with much prettier people. Thanks again.
Good night, Billy.
Good night.
Good night, Billy. You want to talk?
Mm-hmm.
I talk.
How was the party?
Not very good. By the time I got there, everybody who counts had gone home.
Who counts?
The bachelors.
I thought most of the team was married.
Most of the team is married, but there's a couple of groovy bachelors. Larry Sloan's a bachelor, Vic Whalen's a bachelor, Billy Benton's a bachelor.
No, Vic Whalen's married.
No, he's a bachelor.
No, he's married.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he must be.
I read the programs. I ought to know who's bachelor.
Well, he just told me that... We're going back to Billy's.
Matt, one of those guys is Billy. Billy, watch out, that's your passing hand. Billy, that's your good hand.
And I'm your good husband. You don't help, you don't get any help. You all right? He's off!
Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime, ma'am. Nice to be of service. It's our pleasure.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm all
You
right.
all right?
Yeah. They beat up Vic pretty bad. I better go help him.
You all right?
Oh, I'm all right.
After he dropped me off, Vic Whalen was asleep in the bed, so I figured why bug him. So I slept on the couch. All of a sudden, all hell broke loose in the building.
Commissioner, excuse me, but George Harvard made bail.
Naturally. Put a tail on him?
Naturally. Oh, and Vic Whalen tried to phone you a little over an hour ago.
I wonder why.
Well, the way I figure it is that those four guys went after Billy, got Vic Whalen by mistake, probably to ensure a bet of $75,000.
Doctor? Could we see him?
Sorry, Commissioner. Whalen's condition is critical. You can't talk to him now. It may take 24 to 48 hours.
If there's any change, be sure and let me know.
Of course.
Thank you. Billy? Looks like you're the Hawks' only quarterback now. Without you, they haven't got a game.
Now I guess you'll find out if I'm on the level or not.
Yeah, guess we will. Here's another thing to think about. Whoever placed that bet intends to win. So if you are on the level, you're in the way. No word on those men who beat up Whalen? Well, keep trying. How many men can we spare this afternoon? All right, I want double that number. And walkie-talkies. I want 2 men on each bench, 1 man acting as linemen, 1 man in the locker room, and at least 50 men in the stands. Right. Enright's meeting us at the field.
I hate to see you so worried.
Oh,
Do you think it's going to be cold today?
kind of.
That cold?
This cold.
Gotcha.
Well, after I made sergeant, I trained recruits, you know, in military courtesy and tactics, marksmanship. I was best shot in my unit with a rifle or a pistol. Kids really ate that up. And then after that, I kind of knocked around until...
I'm sorry, Lowball, but that's all the time we have left in the pregame show. Folks, this is Sandy King, and we'll be right back to the kickoff after a word from our sponsor.
Car 1. Anyone named McMillan here?
We both are. McMillan? Yes? Right. Thank you, Doctor. Vic Whalen's conscious. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's important. Bayview Hospital, Brady. Mind missing the kickoff?
Yes. Do I have a choice?
Nope.
Then I don't mind.
It's a long end over end, and the ball is taken by Rich on the 15. He runs it back and is downed on the 29-yard line. Billy Benton brings the Hawks out of the huddle for the first offensive play of the game.
Down! 8, 7, 6, heck, heck!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's unbelievable. On the very first offensive play of the game, Billy Benson faded back for a pass, unexplainably stumbled, and threw a soft blooper about 10 feet into the air. It was intercepted by Bob Ridgely, who ran it all the way for a touchdown after only 54 seconds of play. It's 6-0 Drillers.
Come on, Billy.
Hello, Vic.
Hi. It was Lowball, Commissioner. Put the gun in my locker.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, I figured if Lowball wanted to kill Sandy King, it was his business. Sandy's a bum. He'd kill his mother to get a story. Anything to keep his job. When Billy got involved, I tried to reach you, but then those guys busted in on me.
Why did you tell me you were married?
Well, I moved in with Billy because I was worried about the rumors. I wanted to help him. I really don't know why those guys had it in for me.
What makes you think they were after you?
They said my name.
Does Billy usually fall asleep when he gets a massage?
With Lowball, we all do.
Anything else?
How's the game going?
Here. Got it?
Doc said no excitement, and I'm not listening.
To the game?
To the doc.
Good boy. Hope you feel better, babe.
Thanks, Vic.
Bill Benton fading back for a pass.
We've been operating on the wrong premise. They wanted to get rid of the backup quarterback before the game and get rid of Billy during the game.
And Benton brings his team out for third down with a long 4 to go. He's fading back to pass, cocks his arm, fires way over the head of Davis.
Have you been listening to the game, Brady?
Yes, sir. Billy's been playing the worst game of his career. He made 2 fumbles, and we're getting clobbered.
You see, Sally? Step on it, Brady.
Why did you ask about Billy sleeping on the table, Mac?
Because I think that's how Lowball put Billy's fingerprints on that gun.
Then he's innocent.
Maybe. Maybe not. He's playing so badly, it looks like he's throwing the game. Enright, I want Lowball arrested for the attempted murder of Sandy King. Yes, I know the game looks bad. I'll see you later.
All right, here we down.
Hawks are over the ball. Benton's calling signals now. He's skating back. He stepped out of the pocket. He's thrown for a 7-yard loss. Well, this is certainly not Billy Benton's day. The score of 10-0, the Hawks are being outplayed in every department. Statistically, in yardage, in passes, recovered fumbles, it's the Drillers' game all the way.
Well, Billy's 2 for 17. 1 for no gain. Halftime's coming up. He can't be throwing the game, Mac. He just can't be.
Come on, Commissioner. You know what it is, nerves. I'm tight. I'm tense. We're down by 10. That's nothing. We scored 2 touchdowns easy. We'll get them in the second half. I got myself all together now. I feel great.
Commissioner, Lowball's missing.
Anybody here seen Lowball Lewis?
Came in at the start of the half, right?
Yeah, but I haven't seen him since. Hey, Commissioner, I've got to talk to the team. The halftime show is almost finished, and I'm running out of time now. How about it?
Go ahead. Alert all the men in the stadium. Stick. I believe Billy. I believe he's playing it straight. I believe he wants to win. So whoever's maneuvered all this is set for the last part of his plan. Getting rid of Billy.
It's 1 minute and 20 seconds into the second half. Drillers have the ball on 3rd down and 10. Now the ball goes to Mason, sweeping the weak side. It's very close to a first down. Personally, I don't think he made it.
Enright, can you hear me?
Sticks out.
I hear you, sir.
Everyone in position.
Roger.
The score is still 10-0. Drillers. And they're about 2 inches short of a first down. It looks like they're going to go for it. The ball goes to Mason again.
22. Get over
Right
where I
in the
can
middle of
see
the
you.
line, and I don't think he made it. And that's the ball for the Hawks.
Henderson, get down closer to the field.
Would you be careful, Billy?
I got 10 other men. I gotta go.
Good luck. Hi, you guys. How you doing? Oh, you haven't got any water. Wait a minute. Here you go. How's that?
Two, what do you do? Set, hut, hut.
Well, the contest is raging down there, as we like to say, with the new Billy Benton fighting hard. He's recovered from that somewhat uncoordinated first half, and he's been playing some really heads-up football. These last 8 minutes, he has done beautifully.
Set. Hut.
Where's your blocking? Billy! Billy! Billy!
Wait a minute, someone is running out on the field, a young lady. I can't make out who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy, but a young lady has walked out
lady,
on the
that's
field.
my wife.
She is down there now.
You've got to stop playing. You've got to see a doctor. Billy, you've got to see a doctor. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what happened yet, but a young lady did run onto the field, and it appears that Billy Benton was stricken while playing. They're carrying him off the field now. What a tragedy for the Hawks.
I saw Billy drinking out of the team water bottle, and so a little later I was looking at the Hawks, and they looked a little thirsty, so I gave them some water from the same bottle. Mac, when I went back to my seat and I looked at the Hawks, they were dead.
Enright, Billy was poisoned. Find that bottle immediately and get it down to the hospital. They might be able to come up with an antidote. See if any of the other players drank out of that bottle. Henderson, I want the names and addresses of the entire team. I want every one of them questioned, and I mean everyone. Hang on, they'll do all they can.
I got along this far. I'm sure I'll be fine.
And that's the way it ended, ladies and gentlemen, with the Hawks losing 24-17. I've just had word that Billy Benton is in the hospital. This reporter will bring you bulletins on his condition as they come in. This is Sandy King, closing his post-game show on a blue day. Signing off now from Redwood Field.
How is he, Doctor?
Are you a fan?
I sure am.
I think the antidote is going to work.
An hour ago, there were 65,000 people there cheering and roaring and having a good time. They don't care who lives or dies, Mac. They don't care who gets hurt.
None of them knew what happened, Sally. If they did, I'm sure a lot of them would care.
I know, I guess you're right. It's just that Billy's so terrific.
McMillan. Right? The barber shop. George Harvard's been found dead.
Commissioner, he was shot from the front at very close range, and that's all we know.
Anyone hear the shot? Any witnesses?
Not that we know of, but we did find this.
Why are you handling it?
No, we've examined it, sir. No fingerprints.
Oh. It's a marker.
Yes, sir.
$75,000. Whoever it was collected his bet, then killed Harvard so he couldn't be identified. All right, check the whereabouts of every known suspect at the time of death.
Right, sir.
I'm gonna make you something to eat. That'll make you feel better.
I'm not hungry.
You haven't even heard what I have to offer. A melted cheese sandwich with bacon and a hot vodka bouillon.
Egg sandwich.
Egg sandwich. Brown bread?
Kaiser.
You got it.
Can't put it together.
You don't have to, darling. I'm doing it.
Well, it's not that.
Oh, well, we don't know who placed the bet, so we can't start there.
We don't know who killed Whizzer or George Harvard yet, so we can't start there.
Well, let's start here. No Kaiser.
Whole wheat.
No whole wheat.
Brown bread.
Brown bread, you've got it. Well, we don't know why Lobo wanted to kill Sandy unless he's just some kind of a nut and he wanted to kill anybody.
I don't think that.
I don't either. Harlan Royce, maybe. Sandy, maybe. Timber, maybe. Rye?
Maybe.
Vic Whalen, maybe? No, that's impossible. He was in the hospital. Doesn't make sense.
Let's start at the beginning.
Good idea.
Lowball found Whizzer's body. If he were in on it, he'd try to conceal the body, wouldn't he?
Well, Mac, maybe things just don't look or sound like what it is they look or sound like. Billy!
Relax.
I am relaxed.
You always put the eggs in the sink and the cells in the bowl?
Doesn't everyone?
Well, I don't. Your mother does. Hello? Yes, this is he. I see. Okay, thank you very much. Billy, he's going to be all right. And you saved him. Wait a minute. Look like, sound like? Sally, I think you're onto something. Lowball. That tape interview, come on.
What tape interview?
And then after that, I kind of knocked around until,
This is the one we wanted. Thanks, Jimmy.
Good, Commissioner. I've got to go watch the gate. When you're ready to leave, just let me know, and I'll be right there.
Fine, see you later. Let me hear this one again.
Well, after I made sergeant, I trained recruits, you know, in military courtesy and tactics and marksmanship. I was the best shot in my unit with a rifle or a pistol.
That's
Just
it.
really...
What's it?
The guy's a crack shot.
When he shot at Sandy, he missed.
Right. A crack shot only misses when he's supposed to miss.
Well, why bother shooting if you're gonna miss?
Frame somebody else? Like Billy?
To have him arrested. Taken out of the game. Who hired the guys to beat up on Vic?
The same guy who arranged the frame. And who killed Whizzer because Whizzer must have found out who he was after he placed the bet. Police emergency. This is Commissioner McMillan. Sergeant Enright, please. Try the lab. Enright. Yeah, I'm glad I found you. No, I'm at the stadium. Look, pick up Sandy King. Suspicion of murder.
Let's go home and I'll make you some dinner.
What do you got?
Well, anything but eggs.
Sally, run! Run!
Who's walking?
Take cover in that tunnel. I'll try and draw his fire.
I think I must have the wrong floor.
Going up.
I think there's something wrong with this elevator.
You all right?
Sure.
I'm sorry we're late, sir, but the gate was locked. And next time, sir, you should let me go after the bad guys, and you stay with the good guys.
Yes, Sergeant, we'll have to work that out. Here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Commissioner, one of our men found Lowball down at the railroad yard, and he was very drunk. But he said he missed on purpose when he took that shot.
Oh, yeah?
You mean you had that figured out?
No, Sally did.
Oh. Well, maybe you can tell me why Sandy King acted the way he did.
Sure. You know, I bet you Mac could tell you better.
Sandy King was afraid for his life. He bet $75,000 against the syndicate and see what happens. It's kill or be killed. He didn't have the money to pay off. He was desperate about his job. That's what Whizzer found out. That's why Whizzer's dead. Let's go home.
Let's go home.
Looks like it's out of order.
How do you like that?
I feel terrific.
I feel terrific, too.
I don't feel too bad myself.
And I know I'll be ready for next week's game.
As we wrap this up, Billy, what about the Hawks' chances for the rest of the season?
Oh, win or lose, I think the Hawks are a dynamite team. What I've been through, I'll be on top of it from now on. I owe my life to two very beautiful people.
You mean Commissioner and Mrs. McMillan?
Right on. They know how I feel about them. Good night, Sally. Good night, Mac.
Good night, Billy.
Good night, Billy.
Good night, Sally.
Good night, Mac.
Mình sẽ lấy cả màu vàng để tô những cái chấm trên cái con quay này nữa nha. và mình sẽ cái tô cả cái viên dưới này của con quay bọc màu vàng này nữa nha. Ok, và tiếp theo thì mình đã tô xong màu vàng này rồi.
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
দৌড়াবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মনে সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ বইলা আইসো, শেষবার মতো চুল দাঁড়িয়ে আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটার দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই।
কি করতেছ? এটা কি করলি তুই মামা বলতো? শেষ পর্যন্ত ওই হাবলু মামার কাছে।
সরি বলছি তো, মিস্টেক হয়েছে।
আর এটা খেলা না, খেলাতে হার জিত থাকি। এই কথা তুই বলতেছিস? 3 বারের চ্যাম্পিয়ন নিলয় বলতেছে এই কথা, শেষ পর্যন্ত খেলায় হার জিত থাকেই।
হ্যাঁ বলতেছি, এবার হয় না আগামীবার হইব। আর শোন, আমাদের না বয়স বেশি হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? এখন এটা জুনিয়রদের করা কাম, আমরা অনেক সিনিয়র হয়ে গেছি।
এই দাঁড়া জুনিয়র? হ্যাঁ, কোন অ্যাঙ্গেল ওই হাবলু মামার তো জুনিয়র মনে হইলো? কত দেখি। এই কথা শোনার পরে ওই হাবলু মামা সানফ্লাওয়ার তেল মাইরা ঠিক ঠিক করে হাসবো। তুই এমন একটা কাজ করছিস মামা, এলাকায় মুখ দেখানোর মতো অবস্থা থাকবো না।
টাকা দিতেছি, একটা কাজ কর, বোরকা কিনা পিন্দা ঘুরতে থাক, ঠিক আছে? এলাকায় আর মুখ দেখাইতে হইব না।
দাঁড়া, আমার মনে হইতেছে কেউ তোরে তাবিজ করছে। তুই কখনো তো এই কথা বলার ছেলে না, কি হয়েছে কত?
কোনো তাবিজ টাবিজ কিছু না। আর শোন, আনোয়ারের রহিম বাবুর ছেড়ে আনতে পাঠাইছিলাম, কই হয়?
ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আনোয়ার কই?
ভাই পাটায় কই জানি গেল গা ভাই? কামটা কি হলো ভাই? কালে গেম রাইডা গেলেন?
যাওয়ার হইছে, কাজের কথা আসি। লাইলির পার্টিতে কাচ্চি করে দিব
না ভাই, পারুম না, মাফ করে দেন ভাই। আপনার লেগে আমার জানা আছে, রুমাইয়ের লেগে আমি ভাই কাচ্চি বাচ্চি রাঁধতে পারবো না ভাই।
কি কই? রহিম ভাই মাথা ঠান্ডা, মাথা ঠান্ডা। তোমাদের ছাড়া হইব না তো বিষয়টা। এমন কাচ্চি খাওয়াই ফিরবো, মনে করো 7 দিন যাতে কেউ বাথরুম থেকে বাইর না হইতে পারে। বুঝছো না বিষয়টা? পারো না? যাও এবার রেডি করে গিয়া, যাও তাড়াতাড়ি।
একটু বড় খবর হইব।
তোমরা আমগুলোকে বইতা।
আরে আমরা তো খাবোই, আগে আপ্যায়নটা করে নেই। পুরান ঢাকার ট্রেডিশন তো আপ্যায়ন করা, কি মামা?
এই তো দুষ্ট লাইনে আছো, এরকম লাইনে থাকলে তো কোনো সমস্যা হইতো না। খুব তো কইছিল খেলার কথা, এখন বুঝছো খেলা কি?
এখন একদম ক্লিয়ার মামা। আপনার একটু কাছে দিই। আলু দেই, আলু আলু।
না না আলু না, গোস্ত দাও, গোস্ত দাও।
এই যে গোস্ত দেই।
অনেক মজা হয়েছে। এই লাইনে দাও, লাইনে দাও।
আলু
আলু লো লাইলি লো। তুমি লই বানি
খাইতা মজা তো।
তুমি একটু খাও।
সবাই আমগুলোকে খাইতা।
আরে খাবো তো, খাবার তো আছে।
আমগুলোকে খাও।
আরে মামা খান তো। আছে, কিছু লাগলে বললেন কিন্তু।
মজা হয়েছে।
আসলে
না, তুলো গোস্ত লো।
এইবার লইয়া কয়বার হয়েছে?
ভাই 5 বার।
তোমার এত করে কইছি যে একটু কম কম খাও, মাগনা খাওন পাইলে হুদাই হামাম করে খাও।
দুলা ভাই আমি তো মাগনা খাওন খাই ভাই, আমরা তো বাজিতে জিতছি আর আমি তো পরিমাণ মতোই খাইছি। বিশ্বাস করেন দুলা ভাই, আমি নিশ্চিত ওরা খাওয়ানোর মধ্যে কিছু মিশাইছে। লাইলিও তো পরিমাণ মতো খাইছে, ওরা তো পেট নামছে শুনছি।
হ্যাঁ, মানুষের খায় কাম নাই, তোমার খাওয়ানোর লোকে কিছু মিলাইছে।
ভাই আপনি জানেন না, ওরা অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস, অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস দুলা ভাই। ওরা প্রত্যেকটা ধরে ধরে ফাঁসি দেওয়া উচিত দুলা ভাই। আমি খালি একটু সোজা হয়ে দাঁড়াইলই, তারপর দেখেন আমি রাজপথে নামবো, রাজপথে নামবো, আমি আন্দোলন করবো গো ফাঁসির লিগা।
যাও যাও, তুমি তোমার কামে যাও, আমি তোমার লেগে কেড়ে বয়ে থাকো।
আপনি একটু বহান ভাই।
Nha. Ok, bye bye. Và mình vừa tô xong màu đỏ rồi, và tiếp theo đây thì mình sẽ lấy màu vàng để tiếp tục tô bức tranh nha. Các bạn nhớ là mình lên đẩy kỹ xem mình đã tô đúng ô và đã đúng màu rồi chưa nha. Ok, vậy là mình đã màu xanh rồi, mình sẽ cất màu xanh đi và mình sẽ lấy màu tím nha. Ở đây mình sẽ lấy màu tím để tô tiếp bức tranh.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামের হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কাটা দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তাহলে কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই আসো। এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসা? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করে 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি বাড়ো। আচ্ছা, দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য, তোর দিয়ে এটাও হবে না। তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মাই যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস।
শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই একটা মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ার কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
Chết, mình vừa làm gãy mất cái màu hồng này rồi, mình vừa mới dùng luôn mà đã gãy rồi. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ cố dùng nốt cái đoạn bị gãy này ra nha. Ok, và mình cũng vẫn sẽ tiếp tục tô cả hai ô này bằng màu hồng nữa nha. Ok, vậy là mình đã tô hết những cái ô mà cần phải tô màu hồng rồi nha. Và mình sẽ cất màu hồng vào cái màu ấy đi nữa. Tiếp theo thì mình sẽ dùng đến là màu xanh lá cây. Mình sẽ dùng màu xanh lá cây để tô những cái ô mà có màu xanh lá cây đó nha. vậy là mình đã dùng xong màu xanh đậm này rồi. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ cất màu xanh đậm này đi và sẽ lấy màu xanh nhạt để tô tiếp bức tranh nha.
Cái gì cũng hay.
Ok, vậy là mình đã tô xong bức tranh rồi. Và bây giờ mình sẽ cho các bạn xem bức tranh của mình sau khi đã tô màu xong nha. Và đây là bức tranh chiếc xe ô tô đồ chơi của mình sau khi đã được tô màu xong. Và nó giống với bức tranh mẫu đúng không? Và video của mình đến đây là kết thúc rồi. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video tiếp theo nha. Bye bye.